Round one, fight!
I'm a true champion. I'm a true champion, 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 champion,
Round one, fight!
I'm a true champion. I'm a true champion. I'm a true champion.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to NCR 2019 Street Fighter V Top 8. Sajam, Vicious, there's a signal. There wasn't no signal. There's a signal that the top 8 is starting now for Street Fighter V. I hope you guys are ready for it. It's been a great weekend full of action so far, and we have a really, really good top 8.
Yeah, he called it earlier. He called it yesterday, actually. He was saying there's going to be nonstop action throughout the entirety of Top 32, and it only gets better. It was just phenomenal last night, watching through all the VODs as well. I didn't get to tune in yesterday because it was a really, really long day. We had a full day of Street Fighter V, 313 competitors, and here we are with the final 8.
Yeah, and we got Little Johnny Tak versus Big Toke. First match of the top 8. Tokido versus John Taguchi, a match we've seen a lot, and one that Tokido has been very, very dominant in. And this has been somebody that he's had a lot of success against. Down there at the bottom, there's going to be Punk and Fudo right after that. So top 8 kicking off with some great matchups, a lot of history there. And Tokido, with that shaker already, you know he hit the gym this morning. He's feeling good.
Yeah, you know there's no gym in this venue. He actually went out of his way to go to the 24-hour fitness.
Down the block.
A day pass, 10 minutes away, and he was pumping.
Yeah, he had to be, right? As John Taguchi's been studying. He's been spending a lot of time looking at his phone, watching matches. You can tell he's kind of reviewing the tapes. Tokido, on the other hand, he's ready.
He was reviewing other people's phones and other people's footage through Gachiku.
That's true, yeah. He was like peeking over Gachiku's shoulder.
Gachiku was watching matches. He was peeking over. He's like, oh, okay. I got some
He's like, what are you taking a peek at there?
Yeah.
This is our first match of the top 8. There's 6 Japanese players in the top 8. 2 Americans, Punk and Smug. And the only person Smug has lost to so far has been Punk. That was the top 8 winners qualifier match that they played yesterday. So that's what we're looking at here in the top 8 so far. Tokido, I feel like really just marched his way to the top 8. Looks super, super solid. He had that Bonchan Daigo back-to-back in his semis matches to make it here and qualify.
And they were all pretty close matches as well. You know, the rest of the top 8 competitors, or at least on the winners' side, they've had such crazy, like, strong matches.
Yeah.
I felt like they were unstoppable. Only,
For sure.
Only a solid handful of them were very, very close down to the wire. Other ones were just straight out hard W's.
Yeah, our losers matches were like, I don't even know what to say. They were like every single one was down to like last hit, last game, super close, out of control. The winner's side was just a bunch of really cool story matchups. And we've got our top 8 here at NCR 2019. Last year, Tokido obviously in the grand finals against Daigo Umehara, who is waiting in the loser's side. We could potentially see that 2 years straight, but let's not count out John Takuchi just yet, as he's a little too far for that roll kick through the opening fireball. Just waiting here. This is one thing about the neutral in this matchup is that Rashid, his V skill does go through fireballs, the little roll that he does, but you have to be in the perfect spacing to do it.
Yeah, and you don't want to get whiff punished with the likes of Tokido and his Akuma, right? It's going to lead to a lot of damage and potential corner carry. Getting the forward fierce and already down to the corner.
Yeah, bad spot. EX Mixer gets him out, and he's got V Trigger 2 on deck, obviously. It's a really good activation point with the standing heavy kick. Counter poke from Tokido, hitting that jab on the stagger.
Yeah, him just resetting back to the neutral as well. After he got hit by the spinning mixer, he just backdashed his way away from John Takuchi, so he couldn't get anything started. This is exactly where Tokido's going to dominate this neutral.
Yeah, he's never been in the range where when he throws fireballs, John can roll kick them.
Right.
He's always stayed a little closer than that, right outside the forward heavy punch range, or the down heavy punch range, so that he can whip punish.
Choice. Yeah, going for the throw instead of the normal, or contesting after the forward fierce. I like that a lot. John Takuchi bringing Tokido back to the corner. He could have converted off of that.
Yeah, he thought it was a counter hit. Tokido got regular hit, jumping, but the combo off the air fireball. John flinched at the last second.
That's the worst.
And Tokido will take
feeling.
it. Yeah, I mean, that's, those air fireballs, when they're there on the screen, you just have to deal with them. They're plus 85 million on hit. You can combo after them super easy. So
he's done the math. We've seen it together.
Yeah,
we put it in the lab, and it just came out that number, that exact number. It's crazy. I don't want to press a button. You shouldn't press a button.
No, you can't. I mean, it's just
You're
so
not allowed
plus.
to.
It's super plus on blocker hit. There's not a lot of room to wiggle.
Yeah, all jokes aside, it's just such a threatening thing. Oh, yeah, there you go. V-Skill right to the fireball, finds the spacing, and it's actually the kind of hit he needed. Now he gets to get started over Tokido.
Yeah, and it feels like John has always found this position. Every time I see him play Tokido, I feel like he gets the hits, he finds the corner position, but Tokido always makes it out. And in the clutch, I feel like he's always had the advantage against John. I mean, maybe just the experience coming into play, but every time John gets a hit, puts him in the corner, it looks like things are going well, and then suddenly...
Okay.
He just finds a way out. But V-Trigger available for Tokido. Back throw.
That entire exchange, John didn't press a single button. He just let Tokido make that error. Nice. Okay, here we go. Hard knockdown, good amount of damage. Demon flip.
Yeah, and you have to... Okay, no more threat of the demon, obviously. He's out of V-Trigger. Sweep activate. Short. Tokido with the jump back. But he's one hit from killing the chip. Nowhere to go. John Takuchi, that was really good use of spending the meter right there. I think in that situation, you don't let Tokido live when one hit could kill you. Full critical art on Akuma. I mean, that's like, 60% off a good hit.
He did it the entire day yesterday.
Exactly, yeah. I mean, in the clutch, spend the bar, take the round. Good break. And the EX uppercut.
Yeah. He knew he was in a negative position to not press a button, right? So he went for the risky stuff, got the EX uppercut, side switch off the V skill into the corner once again. John Takuchi needs to play some real good defense. Nice anti-air. The exchange was for Tokido instead, though.
Yeah, we haven't seen him contest those demon flips super clean just yet. It's not easy to do. I mean, it's hard to react to. Plus frames, the throw in the corner.
He tried it and stands short. Spinning mixer still keeps himself safe.
Yeah.
Needs to push away from the corner to get things started. Tokido still with a commanding life lead here.
The jump in, he read
right into the V skill.
He read air fireball. John committed to the roll, thinking like, okay, this is going to be jump air fireball. I'm going to roll under it. I'll get a punish on the other side. Tokido with a regular jump, and that's just really thrown John off. You can tell that that's not exactly what he was looking for.
Taking a quick breather there is Tokido. You see the patented, not a sigh of relief, but he's meditating.
Yeah,
every single round, he's meditating.
Just focused, trying to keep it together here. As first game was all him. I really feel like it's one of those matches where when John's playing against Tokido, he gets so close every time, and Tokido is just too solid in those moments where you have to close things out. What an interruption.
Saw the gap. Yeah, interruption with the stand, medium kick. Now he's getting this momentum. 2 back-to-back throws. Yeah, cross-cut DP as well, gets the damage. Stun is a factor for John Takuchi.
Yeah, gets out with the double short. He's got V-Trigger available, but Tokido just blocking it out. Walk-up jab check. Again, trade on the demon flip. Tokido with such a big lead, he'll take those trades all day.
Ooh, that could have been dangerous if he got whiff punished correctly. Tokido still waiting it out.
Yeah, and with this, I was just going to say,
Fireball, that's right. Yeah.
with this big of a lead, you know, he doesn't have to do anything too risky. Backed up, EX Fireball at a pretty good space for himself. Tokido is just, he looks confident.
Yeah, Takuchi got a little buttonsy towards the end. He thought he was going to suppress Tokido with the normals. It's like he has a lot of life. He's not going to take too many risks. But, you know, EX Fireball, not a risk at all. He's going to throw that out.
Yeah, he's walking up, looking for that crouching heavy punch. Tokido's done a good job of playing outside the range of that button and finding like either good whip punishes or interrupting it. Which is not easy to do. That button is so good. Stood up into it. And the dizzy off the low. He's got 2 bars to spend on this. There's one. There's the second. Throw or no throw. That's the guess for John. He guesses right, but so little life left.
Tough hill to climb. He might be able to do it here with his activation.
Yeah, he's going to put him back to the corner at least. Jump out from Tokido. There's the EX.
The sun is a fact. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. All right.
Side switch with a standing heavy kick over the body.
One more setup away. One
EX
touch
uppercut.
Away. He got it. Yeah, he could punish that.
No,
he didn't get the punish.
miss.
That was the one. That was the one for John Takeuchi to get it over to Tokido.
That was it. He had the block. He just needed the punish. And you know Tokido likes that EX uppercut when he's got V-trigger in the clutch. He goes for it so often. And that's what I mean. I feel like John is so... He has these chances here. If he could just capitalize in the moment, he could do it. But Tokido, I feel like he can almost rely on John giving it away, right? Like in those clutch moments, that's all he needs is moments like that where the punish happens. Could have had a round apiece in the last game. And now we're looking at 2-0 Tokido here in a race to 3. Stand, medium kick again. Into that light red fireball. It's so good. It's such a great tool for Akuma in this version.
Nice TP to kind of halt John Toki's approach in the air.
It's nice.
A V-trigger too? Yeah, Eagle Spike.
And the jump Tatsu on wake up from Tokido, just wanted to get out of there. Avoid being cornered or locked down by any of the pressure on V-trigger 2. All right, that was a great confirm out of the air. Whirlwind shot into the V-skill kick. NCR.
Yeah, he tried the exchange there. Not for John Takuchi. He still gets to keep Akuma in the corner. Yeah, whirlwind shot. Continue the combo.
EX.
Not enough. Just one touch away, and he got it. Yeah, crouch jab. Nice and easy over Tokido. You saw a counter hit on the screen. He did try to press a button on wake up.
Yeah. And you don't blame him. In that situation, it's like a straight guess about what's going to happen on wake up. You know, is he going to go for the uppercut? Is he going to go for a jab or something? As we see early whirlwind shot. Big interruption and punish. Neutral jump from John. This is a great round for him so far.
No
Had the
conversion.
two-piece.
Yeah, no conversion off the counter hit stance. John could have got a lot of damage off that, but still gets the throw.
In the front with the eagle spike. That's a game for John Takuchi. And imagine if he had that punish before, we could have been maybe looking at something like 2-1 John, but he cleaned that one up nice and easy. A really good adjustment about smothering, and he kind of didn't over-respect Tokido and give him space, you know?
That's the kind of confidence he needs going into it, right? He had a really wholesome smile, actually. As soon as he got that eagle spike, he's like, yeah, I'm in there. I'm on the board. That's what he needs. He needs this momentum to carry on over for the rest of this set and make sure he keeps it close, at least, with Tokido.
Yeah, and I mean, John can do it, right? It's not like he can't get the W here on Tokido. Like, he's always so close, but he just manages to, like, barely sneak it by.
Instances where he just kind of drops it. I mean, it might be a little bit of nerves. It might be just, you know, him getting warmed up. But at the same time, we saw the potential he had. He could have had the last game. He could have tied it up the last game, right? But he's still on the board. Here we go into game number 4.
Yeah, and then, you know, last year's CPT, obviously, Tokido, an extremely impressive year, right? Besides, you know, having second place at EVO. The most CPT points out of anybody on the tour by 1 billion points. He had like 4,400 points at the end of the year. And the people qualifying for Capcom Cup at the bottom had like a little over 1,000, I think. Maybe so like upper 700.
There's like a 2,000 point gap between first and then the rest of the group. Right?
Yeah, he was about 3 premier wins ahead of second place, which was, I think, Fujimura on the points. So
yeah, that's right.
Pretty wild to think about. And he starts off the year in top 8. Another event here, counter hit combo, knockdown working on Dizzy. Soon that's going to be that.
Punish. And not a lot of scaling involved in that one. I like that idea.
Yeah, carry to the corner here, knockdown on the palm, and next it'll do it. Sweep activate. Wow, he chased him out. The jump back
He was
jab.
ready for it, 100%.
Yeah, I mean, he had that escape option scouted, right? Jump back jab was a really safe choice from Tokido. It beat the V-skill out of the corner from John. Set point Tokido now. Counter hit, side switch.
Way to contest. He saw the slight walker from John Takuchi after the stand strong.
EX
and
fireball.
Conversion after that.
That's a knockdown in the corner too, and this is such a hard spot for John to find out, but he walks back out of the throw.
Right under the eagle spike as well.
Respects the uppercut. Stand medium kick, light red fireball. The counter hit for Tokido, built the bar.
Such a dangerous button to do it with.
Boom, not enough
quite.
to kill, but what do you have left, John? This is the last chance.
Hang in there.
What? It's just out of range, and the walk-up jab. Tokido marches on to winners finals over John Takeuchi, 3-1.
What a solid way to start the day here with Tokido getting a 3-1 over John Takeuchi, but it's not the last we're going to see of him again. This was the winners semis. We just started the top 8 here for Street Fighter V and Norcal Regionals. We have a lot more in store for you. We do have Punk versus Fudo.
Yes.
Fudo in dominating fashion. We've only seen him use Mika a handful of times in pools, right? But majority of the time he's been using a brand new character, Birdie.
Birdie, yeah, that's who he played at Evo Japan. He got second place there, losing to Momochi. Interestingly enough, at Evo Japan, these two played, and before that, Punk always had the W against Fudo. Almost always beat him. They're doing a blind pick, it looks like, up there, actually. But he always got the W on him, and that switch to Birdie at Evo Japan is actually what gave him the win against Punk. So that's what's really interesting about this match, right, is that we look at this, we think about Fudo always struggling to deal with him when he played Mika versus Karen. Now he has a secondary character in Birdie that's really strong against Karen. So we'll see if Punk's going to go to a secondary or not, try something different, and maybe can force Fudo to go back to that Mika. It's 3 out of 5. It's a long set for them to counterpick back and forth. And on the topic of this bracket, you know, we have that Daigo Gachikun down there at the bottom. Daigo making loser side top 8 after losing to Tokido. Had to take out the Evo champ to do it. And then we have Smug versus Fujimura on the other side, which should be great. Those two have played each other a number of times on the CPT as well. And it should be a lot of fun. Smug got the W against Fujimura with G the last time they played.
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
It's going to be another interesting match.
I think Fujimura's played a lot of Gs this weekend.
Yeah, it feels like it.
Or not a lot of Gs, but the same Gs.
Yeah.
On the way through top 8.
Strider, he ran into right before top 8. Strider with 9th place at this event.
He was very, very close to taking out Fujimura, but Fujimura came through with a very, very clutch EX uppercut. If you guys want to check out, like, not the entire archive, but you want to see, like, the tidbits, the clips, right? You want to go over to at Capcom Fighters. They've been clipping everything the entire weekend. And one of the more notable things I saw was the exchange between Punk and Smug.
Yeah, that was really good.
Every time they're up there, it's always it's a class act between those guys.
Birdie versus Karen.
A pair of jokers, man.
That was the blind pick was Birdie Karen, it looks like, unless Punk is hiding something. That'll do it.
I mean, he would probably play Chun-Li if he had like an extra character or whatnot.
Chun, he tried Nash.
Maybe Cammy. Yeah, Nash.
Yeah, he played Nash at Evo Japan in that top 8 where Punk, I think, he went home with 4th place there, losing to Fudo in the loser side. But it looks like they're locked and loaded. Karen versus Birdie. And when you think about Punk, right, you think about the really solid whip punishes, really good ground game. When you play against Fudo Birdie, this character has amazing normals. Unlike Mika, who's a really good counter puncher, this is a character who can just kind of sit there and win the neutral with his humongous buttons. And it's really, really hard to whip punish that button, the fierce.
Right there, that fierce. Karen doesn't have too much to kind of contest it. She can whip punish it for sure.
It's hard.
But at the same time, she still needs to be in that mid-range to be effective.
Yeah, it's super hard to whip punish that heavy punch. And you can see already just getting beat back to the corner. Punk kind of, you know, having to wait it out against this character. This is the advantage he has in playing Birdie instead of Mika, right?
He has to walk a little bit closer past that stand fierce range to get any sort of normals in. But even when he gets in that range, Fudo blocks effectively.
Yeah.
And it halts Punk from getting started.
Yeah, so far you can see it. Just a wall. That is this character. Surprise EX Bullhead into the corner. Wake up button, but not a counter hit.
He doesn't even push the issue. He resets. He goes right back into it. Fudo just walks back out of the corner, forces Punk to hang himself. You saw that jump. He was 100% ready for it with the anti-air.
That was an incredible round, right? Fudo just beating him down with these huge buttons that Birdie has, right?
It's like clockwork, man.
Yeah, like what are you supposed to do? The rhythm is just button, button, button. What a buffer from Punk.
Crouch strong.
Yeah, into that far range dash into the Tenko. But the thing is, you have to make those count. Surprise EX Bullhead and the cans out. Look at that. He's just waiting, right? The standing heavy punch is so good, so difficult to whip punish, and then you have all these other great buttons behind it. If Punk whiffs, he's going to hit that standing medium punch.
Oh, big damage here from the boot, the fierce, and the bullhorn.
Yeah, and then build the V trigger after, so you're going to watch the EX Bullhead into activation, but Punk with the knockdown. Tick throw.
This is where it all turns around for Punk. Yeah, he's going to
punish.
Yes, that's what I'm talking about. Stun.
Yeah, that was a huge punish from Punk using the V trigger as well, and Fudo had one panic moment. with 50% life left, and Punk capitalizes perfect. We're at around a piece here in the first game.
Right what we said from the start of this, the match, right? As soon as Punk gets in, it's going to be very hard to contest. Fudo, it's not easy to make Fudo crack.
No, definitely not, but he just thought he'd get out of there with that EX Bullhead. It's safe, or Bullhorn, even if you activate, right? Even in the activation into V-Trigger 2, unsafe. Ooh. Missed! And there's a big punish.
He walked into the low forward. Punk thought he got the hit.
Yeah, it's a rough one to eat because of the corner carry EX. I love that he took the side switch instead. V-reversal, the V-reversal to get the knockdown. Whoa, baited.
You gotta be kidding me. Abusing that walk speed to kind of bait Fudo, and he did so successfully. Gonna go for the damage here. Not quite the stun. One more though. Nice attack from Fudo. No anti-air.
Oh, he baits him again.
Not the stun though. One more touch. Critical art on wake up. He nailed him.
That's huge because he gets the setup even if it doesn't kill. The dash up after.
I knew it in my bones he was gonna do it.
He did it, and he committed. Fudo with a block. Game 1 off the wake up critical art right back at you. And Punk, he was so close. You see how the way this match has to work is he really has to wait for his one moment each round and try to win off that meter. And that's the thing is when Fudo has that wake up critical art, he has those wake up EX bullheads, you use them to get out of there. Looking low with that crouching medium kick.
So close for Punk there.
Whip punish.
Yeah, he had to whip punish that. At that range, getting that low medium kick into the Tenko was pivotal for his gameplay. Now he's getting started, confirming up the stance strong.
Yeah, single hit confirmed. Out of the corner.
Okay.
He got side switched actually. That's why he got the quarter circle forward. All right, he tried to get quarter circle forward. He got quarter circle back into the kick.
The dash, you got that Mujin kick,
Yeah, not what he intended. Wow, in the front, clean hit. Fudo in trouble here. Wow, tried standing heavy kick. Still alive.
Nice and easy, but no, he didn't.
This is huge. Down chain for the Oki after. One guess left.
Oh, that would have been dangerous if he caught him low.
Looks low again. Walks up for the throw. The dive.
The dive in. No, sir. We're closed for business. Don't do it.
And he got the sweep punish afterwards. Punk with the reaction time to be ready for it. The first time he did it.
Here we go again. Punk already starting things off with the game. In game number 2 with the first round. Fudo back at it with the fierces.
Yeah,
it's so hard.
It's really hard. Really hard to deal with on the ground. Trying to bait those throws. Fudo, he's just willing to sit there and wait for it now.
Yeah, he's learned his lesson. He's done that 2 times over in the last game. Best believe he's not going to press a button anymore after those.
There's the punish. Wow, he baited
no,
the
it
throw.
was all a ploy. It was all a ploy. He planned this the whole time.
He missed the jump. It didn't matter. Punk's going to clean it up. A quick game for him against Fudo Birdie here. I think the JB assist out of nowhere, that curly-headed demon, he just ran up on the stage and gave him a water bottle.
I thought you were going to call him something else. Jeez, that was rude.
Demon?
It's brutal.
It's all because he doesn't want to go to Disneyland. Anybody who didn't want to go to Disneyland is a demon in my eyes. It's the happiest place on earth.
He compromised. It was all over social media. He compromised. See, what do you mean? Going into game 3, here you go.
And we've seen a compromise from Punk here, right? And not trying to whip punish the heavy punches so much anymore. He's really just walked in behind them and found clean chances to kind of deal with Birdie's buttons instead. Inside, where that standing heavy punch is a little slower and Fudo doesn't hit it quite as much. Oh, baits it again.
He's still fighting.
Yeah,
and the thing is, how can you resist? She's right in front of you, right? Just abusing that walk speed again. Crouching fierce to catch him on the way out. Doesn't get the mistake this time. There was Senha, the frame trap with the slide.
Yeah, with the slide.
There was a frame trap the whole time?
Yeah, it was all part of the plan. V-trigger activated, and then he activates right back at you. Plus
frames on that elbow.
Wow, no anti-air. Fudo was busy hitting another button on the ground. The
Check
chain.
the roundhouse.
This is huge damage.
And the Oki as well.
Meaty, and that's the low chain after. He just committed the stand line kick, bullhead. And that's a ton of damage, right? You get great positioning after that chain, and that's what makes that V-trigger so strong. Besides giving you lots of damage, it gives you positioning on a knockdown with Birdie, which you usually only get if you get like bullhead or something, or a bullhorn instead of bullhead, right? So.
And take note, every time he gets that situation, he hasn't gone for the command grab just yet, so you could expect it later on in the set to surprise Punk. We'll see if it happens.
Yeah, he hasn't committed too much. He's either blocked, expecting an uppercut, or he's committed to, strike. Whip punish.
What a whip punish off the stand strong. Using the meter as well to get an extension on the EX Tenko, getting extra damage as well.
That's hard to do. He had to use EX because of the range as well, right?
That's exactly it.
From far away, regular Tenko might miss, activates, just gets that stand medium kick, and
not quite the punish you wanted, but at least it's damage, right?
That's what you can get. That's life. Knockdown, meaty throw afterwards. Fudo can still kill in one hit. That's what's scary here.
Got the side switch, but Fudo's defense, being able to block and just walk back and take up all this space. Now Punk is the one that's cornered. Chain?
Yeah, I had to respect the low chain afterwards. Punk just checks, crouching medium punch. Fudo still has chain, which means like one heavy punch will kill.
Yeah, he could take another risk with the full head. Oh, he ran into the puffer strong.
And the up chain after for tons of damage.
that's-
Just like that. You can see it on Punk's face. He's like, are you kidding me? One time. You eat one standing medium punch and all that damage.
That up chain, man.
Yeah.
It does a lot.
It does a lot of damage.
It's so much damage.
And you can see Punk, he's got to sit there and deal with it. This is the matchup where he has to grind, where we saw at final round just how great his ground game looked, how good his pressure was. But when you run into someone like Fudo, world-class player who is famous for having incredible ground game, great with punishing.
And a character that kind of can be a brick wall most majority of the rounds.
Character with better ground control than yours, right? This is one of those matchups where you just see it being tough for Punk because it's just kind of a natural counter to the way he likes to play. Doesn't mean he's not good enough to deal with it so far, and doesn't mean that Karen can't, still whip punish Birdie, right? She has great ground buttons. Still the low chain out of nowhere.
The legs from downtown.
Yeah, that's the nice thing that he has too, is a low threat from super far away. Normally Birdie's low threats are like sweep and down forward heavy punch.
Nice blocks from Fudo. He's going to walk back a little bit. He's not going to fall for any of the crouch strong baits. You don't want to press the button in general when you see crouch strong from Karen.
Yeah, it's really scary, and so is the raw Rekka he threw out. So just gets the kill there, pretty nice and easy. Good round for Punk, and he's got a lot of meter coming into this. The low forward hit confirm. Spends a bar, knocked down to the corner already. This is a rough start to the round for Fudo. Gets out of there with the jump, and he respected the EX reversal after the hit confirm again.
Back to back. Wow. The EX command grab from that far away.
Yeah, he just read that he would walk back to bait a throw. I like that. We've seen that so much from Punk so far. That's a really good recognition of Fudo to be like, hey, if you're just going to walk back and try to bait my throws all day, I'm not just going to sit here. Oh, bad news. Low. Man, look at the low chain after. No, miss.
No, he dropped.
All
he's
right.
going to get this. Okay, I thought he was going to go for the side switch. Apparently not. He's going to get the damage instead.
Low chain.
Low chain, you have to respect it. Crouch strong again. Other side.
Perfect from Fudo. The spacing. That's a million times with Mika. He's walked under and done giant swing back to the corner. Lots and lots of practice. As he's on set point now over Punk, who had a great start to that last round. And the scariest thing here is that if Fudo gets one hit, you're going to eat critical art into a setup.
Yeah, he's already at match point for Fudo. Punk needs to make it happen in this round.
Dash up the
If he plans to
bull.
survive. Here we go.
This is a bad
There it
news.
is.
The
That's what I'm
command
talking about. There's
throws.
going to be a lot more command grabs coming out.
Went for the regular throw. Side switch
Other
here from
side.
Punk.
Stand short to start things off. V-reversal, back-to-back V-reversals.
Yeah, he just wanted to get the knockdown. We see a lot of offensive V-reversals from Punk. V-reversal
Do it
again. Wants to keep this corner. Tons of great life there. Fudo with critical art, but... Oh,
Three
boy.
throws. He's going to take it. Is he going to keep taking it?
The
He
hit
got caught.
confirm. Critical
That's
art
it.
for the kill. Punk with that offensive series in the corner. Fudo was going to take the throw, and then he got clipped by the low.
What a huge response, too. Slight hesitation after the crouch strong, caught the leg with the low forward, and best believe Punk is that guy
Yes.
to confirm off of that every day of the week. Very nice play there from Punk, and he set the tone, too, with the 3 back-to-back grabs. Fudo was going to take those for a while, right?
Yeah, I mean, he was just like, all right, this is it. I'll sit here, I'll take the throws, I'll deal with this, and then finally, one moment you stand up for like 2 frames. You're like, let me just, oh, and then you just see that crouching medium kick hit confirm. There's very few players who can make you feel like walking back is a bad idea.
Yeah. I mean, in the corner, there's nowhere to walk back to,
Yeah.
right? You don't even want to stand.
Yeah, meaty standing light kick, still got the combo after it, working on Dizzy already. Boom! EX Bullhorn out of there. Command dash up again. Fudo back to the corner. Yeah, that's a punish. You have to have EX to keep that safer. EX after.
So much damage.
This is rough. Punk. Wow,
He did it
reversal
again,
command
yeah.
throw.
Command throw to kind of catch the walk back in case he wanted to bait the throw once again.
Yeah, and Fudo, one chance here. He's got the V-trigger available, so a lot of damage output. If he hits a fear, that button is dangerous. You do not want to get hit by a heavy punch or that low chain.
Yeah, he still has one more chain left to go as well, if he can confirm it.
Wow!
Oh, you gotta be kidding me! The hard buttons to counter, and Punk does it anyway. The sharpest eye right now.
I cannot believe that he does that. I mean, it's not like he's
That's
doing
so
it
difficult.
every time. That is so hard to do. That button is crazy difficult to whip punish.
He got it like a little bit after startup too.
Yeah. And that's the thing is Fudo's ground game is incredible, obviously, too, right? So it's not like he's going to be, you know, just swinging wildly all the time as he whips like 5 buttons in a row. But he's one of those players that's really good at whip punishing,
After
too.
the fact, though. I mean,
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, it might be a little bit of a frustration there.
I like the V reversal again just to take the knockdown, although pretty far away. Counter hit combo from Fudo.
And back at it to the same strategy again. Fudo is just trying to press the issue with the buttons. Yeah, after that sweep, a lot more recovery now.
Oh, the whip punish again from Fudo there. Keeps his pressure pretty safe. Counter hit, he was plus because it hit a little deeper, and he played that knockdown situation so safe. Activation from Punk.
That's right, yeah. Ooh, nice
and the backdash, yeah. I love the way Fudo played that, and now we're going to a final game, final round between these two.
There's just so much control on Fudo's end, and I like seeing the kind of skills Punk uses to navigate past these normals, right? It's been really back and forth this entire set.
That surprise VX Bullhead has caught him a lot. Rasenha for the punish on the banana.
Yeah, on the quick rise, you get to punish those V skills, unless it was the donut, right?
Right. This is, man, Punk's got a lot of meter, so EX Tenko is really scary for those far-ranging whip punishes. Command dash up, back throw, he lost the corner, but got a bit of life with that great damage.
And that fierce again. One of the best tools he has past the mid-range game for Fudo. He's been doing a lot of the work.
EX surprise. Walk up back throw again, but Fudo, he doesn't have a lot of meter. The hit confirm again. Low chain after for the setup. Command throw could kill. The meaty. That's gonna do it. Fudo's moving on 3-2 over Punk. He's like, give me the handshake.
Let him sulk a little bit, man. You can't just throw your hands out there and be like, shake my hand.
No,
man.
Fudo's like, you beat me.
Shake my hand.
Fudo's like, you beat me for 3 seasons, buddy boy. I've got my revenge.
The look on his face after Punk put his head up. He's like, hey, shake my hand on it.
Shake my hand.
This.
He's like, you beat me for 3 seasons. 3 seasons. This is my time.
He threw it out there. He's like, come on.
Somewhere Nemo is gleaming. He's got the smile on his face, eye to eye.
He's got that pose he's doing. He's hands on his hips. And then
that handshake was perfect. He was like,
it's too good.
He's like, you know how many times you've beaten me, Punk? You know how many tournaments I've lost to you? Shake my hand. Let me walk off this stage. And sets up a winner's finals we've seen so many times on the CPT this year, or last year, excuse me, which was Tokido versus Fudo.
That's right, yeah.
We saw that at EVO last year. We've seen that at a ton of events so far. These two have played so many times, but always it was Mika before. And now, I mean, having that secondary character and having that birdie just allows him to kind of really flex his ground game and how good he is at it. So I can't wait to watch that match, and we're going to jump on over to the loser side, where there's a match happening between two of the Red Bull athletes out of Japan. Of course, Daigo Umehara and Gotch-kun,
current Capcom Cup champion.
Is the reigning Capcom Cup champ. Daigo got sent down to loser's bracket by Tokido, which I'm really excited to see. I mean, Daigo yesterday, he was playing like a man possessed.
That
said
so
he had with
so
Problem
that I
X.
pushed you off the chair.
That's right. You almost killed me.
That was an accident.
You pushed me off the chair. I had a lot of
so
intense commentary training with Tasty Steve to, you know, kind of deal with these situations where I get hit with the shock and awe.
Man, this guy's confirms are crazy. It's Daigo. He did crouch jab, sonic boom into critical art. And you see here on your screen where we're at currently in the top 8. Again, Tokido Fudo, as Sejam had mentioned. Punk, you just fell to losers round. John Takuchi there as well. Right now, we're going to have Daigo versus Gotch-kun. And later on, we're going to have Smug versus Fujimura.
And I love the matches that we got here. We have a nice spread of Japanese players, 6 Japanese players in the top 8, and really, really, really good players, right? I mean, it's like the players you expect to see in a top 8 like this. Awesome that they've made it here. We've got a couple of Rashids with both Gotch-kun and John, but besides that, lots of interesting character variety. We get to see that.
I was just about to say, we don't have any character repeats, right?
Yeah. That's really cool to see as we have Guile versus Rashid, a matchup we've seen a lot, and in like history of this match, Daigo has been very good against most Rashid players, and most Rashid players do not like fighting Guile. Because you would think, oh, you know, you can just use the roll kick to go through the booms, right? But the problem is, when you do it from pretty far away, Daigo can actually check with down jab after, or he can sweep you when you're rolling up. He has a lot of good stuff, but that was a great throw bait early from Gotch-kun. Gets the corner.
Yeah, they do have a couple changes to Guile's gameplay revolving around these sonic booms. He did get touched a little bit here in this season.
Yeah, you also, perfect jump out from Daigo. He was ready for the whirlwind shot, and even though it wasn't a cancel, it was just the raw whirlwind. You see him walking back and then dashing up. That's kind of the way Daigo's been playing the ground game. Baited right there. I love that he didn't have the charge, so he just took the target combo that's new in this season into the knockdown. Well, not a new target combo, but he can cancel it into V-skill, which is great, right? That's a new addition that gives him a little bit of pressure afterwards. Overhead blocked and punished.
I know Logan mentioned as well that Daigo, despite playing a charged character, he's always trying to dash up in your face. Like, he doesn't mind not keeping the charge at all. he'll play with the normals the entire round if he needs to.
Yeah, I mean, Guile has excellent normals. That's one thing about him, right? That really makes him pesky. Not only does he have the great boom and NCR and all that stuff, but
he has forward advancing moves. He has the knee bazooka, he has the Sobot kick, and now counter hit, he can actually get more out of it.
Yeah, he's got a great crouching medium kick as well. All right, there's one throw. The neutral jump sniped. He went for the heavy kick activate. And Daigo now.
He's just going to use the rest of the stage. He caught him midway through.
Is he going to use the rest of the stage?
I thought he was. He was backing up, of course. Got right in there. That's what he's been doing the entire weekend.
Yeah, Gotch-kun was thinking the same thing you were, which is I'm sure Daigo will back up and use this stage. And Daigo just dashes up with crouching light kick. Back throw on the negative frames. And wow, EX Mixer. I thought Daigo was blocking. It looked like he was just sitting there ducking, but maybe he went for the down jab or a late throw or something. But yeah, the way he plays in the mid-range is really, really effective. He's one of the few Guile players that just walks up and fights in that range instead of trying to play the normal, you know, boom and flash kick game.
He's all about the fisticuffs, Steve. He's ready to throw down.
Yeah,
throw down the hands.
He's a really unorthodox style, unorthodox player in general.
It's really great. It keeps you guessing, because most of the time when you play a Guile, you think he's going to space you out majority of the time, even at high-level play, right?
Yeah.
But that's never the case with Daigo.
Critical art! He just built it. The confirm from Daigo. Not enough to kill. The EX Eagle and the double crouching light kick. Daigo Umehara with 2 quick rounds.
Prime condition. Prime condition.
38
Daigo
years
Umehara.
old.
That's right.
38 years old. He's in top 8 fighting with the best of them. No excuses. And Gotch-kun, he's like mid-20s over there, just got married. Prime of his life. He's like, what am I supposed to do?
He invited Daigo to his wedding.
That's true. Backing him up with those booms again. Standing medium punch from Daigo, that's a bait. It's supposed to look like a sonic boom's coming out so that he baits the roll, he baits a jump, and he can NCR or check the roll. Crush counter, the double dash throw, and yeah, he's 50% already, and really just off the strength of standing and fighting in that spot, mixing up between booms or those great grounded buttons from Guile.
It took him like 14 seconds to get all that, by the way.
Yeah.
He just steamrolled him right at the start of the round, but here comes Gotch-kun finally getting started. Overhead, yeah, the dunk. Gets a forward throw again.
And Daigo backing him up.
That medium kick is so lengthy.
Yeah.
Being able to check from that far is so effective.
It's really, really good. Whirlwind shot blows through the boom, working on Dizzy here.
Great defense from Daigo. Uses the boom, gets the activation as well. Now it's his turn. Stun is no longer a factor. They're almost even at life, but again, the presence of the V-trigger and the booms, Daigo's going to be controlling the rest of the space for a good couple of seconds until it runs out.
Tried the air throw. The boom goes off screen. He can throw another one now, but double dash up, looking for that crush. If that hit, that would have been the kill, and he's got a lot of meter to work with. Walks up and blocks it. Man, he's just walking up and fighting even though he's got the V-trigger booms. Baited it, but he was a little... Okay, so he had the right idea. When he whiffed the medium punch, it baited the EX Eagle spike, and then Daigo committed to a jab after, which is what ended up getting him clipped. Right idea, but just one extra button committed. EX Mixer. It didn't hit super clean, so he didn't get the pressure.
That was such a great range to use that V-skill as well. Right past those booms. And Daigo still pressing the issue with the offense. He's trying to find his way out of the corner. Dash again. Great tech from Gotch-kun. The roundhouse.
Yeah, backing him up. That button is like pretty far. It's kind of right out of the range where you expect it to hit. Crush counter. Didn't have critical art to keep it up after. And that's, man, anytime, you know, you get pushed out by Guile, he does a button into a boom and you get that chip damage, you get that space. Gray life if it's a medium button.
Oh, that was a very, very deep, knee bazooka.
Yeah. Just a little misspaced. He tried to move at the last second. We've seen Daigo jump that a few times, and he got clipped during the startup. Clean pickup. Gotch-kun really composed and played the right kind of game plan, waiting for Daigo to whip those buttons in neutral, waiting for those booms so that he could roll kick him. He did a good job adjusting to that kind of hit and run style that Daigo's been playing so far with Guile.
And he walked up a little closer to Daigo as well to kind of get that misplaced knee bazooka, right? To get his offense started. That last sequence, all Gotch-kun moving forward against Daigo's pressure.
Yeah, I like the buffer crouching medium kick too. You know Daigo's been dashing a lot. If he's going to dash in your face, that's a great idea to try to check in that range. Jump out.
There.
Yeah, and this is pretty scary to deal with. Guile has pretty decent corner pressure, actually.
Very, very great corner pressure, especially being able to cancel into the booms, into another normal. If he gets the right sequence, he can keep it over, like, back-to-back.
Upside down kick for the counter hit. That's the round for Daigo. Ooh. Down jab, flash kick, and yeah, when he keeps you cornered, he does a good job of not overcommitting on his pressure and just like letting you jump, letting you panic, and then finding those clean anti-airs, picking up the round. Crush.
Just at the tip of the crouch fierce. Catching the startup, I think it was a boom from Daigo.
I love that Daigo just walked up there. He didn't panic and jump out of the corner. He just walked forward, another crush counter.
And the delayed crouch strong to kind of change up the sequence there.
All right, throw to the corner. And the V reversal again. Standing medium kick anti-air from Daigo. There's the heavy kick and activate. Rolls up.
Great tech from Daigo again, trying to push the issue. He's using that forward medium kick to create the space. Nice V reversal again.
Yeah.
Back to back, it hits Gachikun. A lot of gray life adding up there.
Yeah, top right, you can see Gachikun's health bar. I mean, if he gets clipped, he's going to gain all that life. There's the throw, EX boom. And anytime you block, perfect spacing.
Wow.
And the flash kick, baited. Daigo committed to it finally. Gachikun ready for it. None of that gray life ended up mattering, even though he committed all those V gauges to V reversals.
Forward fierce right out the gate. There it is, yeah. Daigo a lot more active with the EX flash kicks. That's 2 this entire set.
We're trying to anti-air, crouching heavy punch. The Eagle Spike beats it. The crush again, corner carry.
He caught the startup of that stand around, the upside down kick actually.
Oh, jumped right when he got out of there. That's a punish, but he lost the corner positioning. He's already almost in the other corner though. EX again.
Flash kick.
I think he has the kind of that mindset, right? He's flipped the switch. He's like, I'm going to commit to it on defense.
That might interrupt whatever Gachikun's thinking now for the reads, right? In terms of what Daigo wants to do. See, he didn't even want to walk up to him after having him cornered like that. As long as he has bar, he's going to be a little bit more cautious about the threat of EX flash kick.
The reversal again from Daigo. Just committing it to try to get out of this position. Back heavy punch. Jumps out.
The jump in, yeah, he's going to reverse the positioning here.
A crush super far. He has critical art on deck, spended. That's a lot of damage. That was a super cleanly spaced crouching fierce, and it gets the kill. Gachikun goes up 2-1, the Capcom Cup champion.
Huge turnaround, great adjustments made from Gachikun. Despite Daigo pulling out all the flash kicks in this game, right? He's still going to play it nice and easy.
Yeah, so Gachikun doing a good job of adjusting the range where he has those roll kicks. It's not easy to roll kick the boom. You have to be just far enough away that the roll kick can like kind of slide in and clip, right? Too close, you get hit on startup, and if it's too far away, you won't get there in time. So he's been doing a really good job of adjusting his spacing. And there's the anti-air bait. That standing medium punch we mentioned. It looks like the startup of a boom, and that's why it catches people off guard. V reversal, that's a punish.
He was ready for it the entire time. He landed right in front of him too. Really unfortunate.
Yeah, he didn't make it behind or anything. And oh, the interrupt. And there's the roll kick on wake up. Take the Eagle Spike after for the side switch. To the corner.
The forward throw, yeah. Push knee towards the corner.
Walk back. He played it pretty safe after that knee hit. V reversal baited. He doesn't have enough bar to kill. The throw.
And no threat of EXs from Daigo as well. He's going to use that V reversal.
He can chip.
Not a lot of resources though.
Yeah, chip is a big problem.
He got him, doesn't need it.
Didn't even need to spend it. 2 antsy on the boom, and the spacing from Gachikun was perfect. Set point for him now after that very strong first game from Daigo.
Fully loaded on the critical art as well. He might use the projectiles to kind of close the gap on Daigo and suppress him. But we'll see what happens. Daigo again throwing out the normals. Not a lot of booms yet. There's the first and second.
A little too far for the sweep after, but he's cornered already. Walks up. That crouching medium kick. That button is great. Heavy mixer, but not cornered.
Yeah, it doesn't keep him on the same side, though.
Roll kick, and the EV reversals it. That's a really well-spaced roll kick. It's difficult to punish after. Even to check with a button is kind of far for Guile at that range if he wants to cancel into a boom. Just giving up all this space. He's trying to bait him, but there it is, Gachikun.
He's always ready for it.
Yeah, he's not getting faked out by those standing medium punches anymore. No flash kick on the whirlwind. This is looking great for Gachikun.
Back throws. Is Daigo going to commit to it?
Jumps out, back throw. Caught him jumping. Scott V-trigger on deck.
And there's the activation as well from Daigo.
Yeah, just takes the throw off the wall. The cross up. Gachikun eliminates Daigo Umehara here at NCR.
My heart hurts. I thought he was going to flash kick because he was charging. He was charging the entire time. As he saw Gachikun get ready for the wall jump, he was down backing.
Yeah, that's the thing though, is that the timing on the flash kick there is kind of hard for Guile because if you do it like right when he goes off the wall, you end up flying past him and he just like goes right behind you. And he walks up and punishes. If he goes high off the wall and you do the flash kick early, you might not actually make it all the way up there in time. So that wall escape from Rashid is it's a really tough move to snipe cleanly, even with something like flash kick, which is also I mean, it's an amazing anti-air, right? But
it's a trademark signature anti-air from
Yeah.
Valve. I mean, you could do like with crouch spears, but you know you wanted to do the flash kick.
yeah, I mean, I don't blame him. That slick cross up to the other side off the wall jump. Remember the first time you ever saw that in this game and you got hit by it and you're like, I'm never going to block that in my life.
I hated it.
Yeah, you're like,
I
you're
automatically knew this matchup is going to.
You're like, this move is cheating. You're like, what do you mean he could go off the wall like that?
He could change his trajectory. What?
Yeah, but now all these years later, we're like, yeah, it's the wall escape, Daigo. Didn't you know he was going to do it right there? It's tough.
It's as if you never played Street Fighter before.
It's a really, it's a really hard angle to hit, for sure.
It's very difficult. Even getting familiar with it, there's still so many characters in the roster that have a problem with it.
Yeah, I mean, also because he can just jump back and then not go off the wall.
That's right.
And if he does that and you commit to like jump air to air, you try something super crazy, it might not work. But we have another losers bracket match coming up next, of course. It's the other American in the bracket who started in loser's side today. Punk obviously was in winners and lost to Fudo. We have Rise's Smug up against Fujimura, who Smug calls Fujimamura.
Why does he do that?
He does that to everybody's name. I don't know why he does it like that.
Yeah.
He calls him Fujimamura on his stream.
I love it.
Yeah, that's the name.
So, character choices here from Smug. Most likely going to go G in this matchup.
Yeah, we've seen him a lot on G this weekend. You know, what's funny is he tweeted like after the final round, you know, I love G. He's super fun. I enjoy the character a lot, but I want to try to play some more Balrog. And then I see him this weekend only playing G. So I was like, all right, well, maybe he just feels confident in that character in most of the matchups he's run into. And against Fujimura, I feel like in the history of these two playing, he has had a lot of success with Balrog as well, right? So it's not like that's a character that, you know, he's like, all right, well, I can't play Balrog in that matchup or something. You know, he can play G, he can play Balrog.
Yeah, and we've seen a lot, or actually, I know Smug was tuning in the front row seat every time he saw Gustavo play, right? Trying to study how the international players would play against him. And best believe they've been sharing tech this entire weekend to kind of figure out how they're going to put G to the top here against the rest of the top 8, essentially.
Yeah, that's what's interesting to me is that they're two very different players. They have two very different play styles. And it's cool to see both of them on the same character because they play, you know, very differently, right? They're kind of the players that you're like, it's fun to see him play G. I like Smug on this character a lot. It kind of reminds me of watching him play Dudley back in the day.
Great confirm into the target combo off the straight jab as well. Gets the back
This is
throw.
bad.
Huge.
Regular throw. Standing heavy punch after. Whiff punish. Dash
Just at
up.
the right range to get that whiff punish.
Working on Dizzy. Gonna take the level. And the back throw.
The back throw, so risky.
He respected
like
the
that.
wake-up uppercut, and Smug does that a lot. You know, he's really good at playing these characters that are offensive, that steamroll you, and he's great at, you know, choosing those moments to respect
What
it.
an anti-air.
Perfect.
Keep him in the corner as well, getting a damage. Here we go. Fujimura on the other side, cross up.
There it is. He's going to take
That should be
50-50 for Dizzy.
Yeah, that's the one. I was going to say, that situation, impossible to call sometimes.
I think that was a perfect choice, too, because he knew that the back throw would, if it would kill, and it would build him the most amount of meter out of any mix-up he got. Dash jab gets counter hit. And that's the thing, right? We saw yesterday Fujimura reversal EXDP'd in the corner, and that's how he beat Strider. And the same thing today. We're seeing that, you know, Smug was respecting that, and Fujimura made it out because of it.
And he still got the cross-up, unfortunately. Yeah, Fujimura got out of there. Critical art incoming.
Yeah, gonna confirm early off that uppercut cancel, and this is a grip of damage. That's the game. Smug over-committed on that dash forward. I think he should have dashed up and maybe done like, actually either forward heavy punch or back heavy punch maybe might have chased, but just the button out of the air. He looked over at him like, you're pretty good. Made me bleed my own blood.
Nobody makes him bleed his own blood.
Nobody.
Nobody. That was pretty well. Yeah, the anti-air choices after chasing down Tanuki Ibuki, right? It's still kind of tough. You can't really predict too much. If he's going to press a button on the way down, if you miss time it once, you're going to get clipped. It doesn't help that G's extra tall, right?
Yeah.
His hurt box is all the way up there, so it was tough. It was very tough.
See Smug thinking about it. He went back to the character select screen. We mentioned that he's been thinking about playing some more Balrog.
Just trying to postulate.
He is postulating the possibilities of whether he should stick with G. That first round was very scouted. The one thing about Japanese players at events like this, in general, when an event ends Saturday night and the top 8 is the next day on Sunday, they will study and prepare for their opponents like you won't believe. They come super ready, and you can see that in that first round. There was so much preparation from Fujimura. But the switch over to Balrog.
Getting the duffs ready.
Yeah, so that's the thing, is that in this top 8, I think it was very, very likely that Fujimura was studying super hard for Smug G, came ready with the answers.
His demeanor changed entirely. You can see it in Smug's face. He's determined with this character as well. As soon as he hits Balrog, his entire emotion shown through his face. He really, really wants this with this character especially.
The crush!
Woo! That's what I'm talking about.
The corner carry already, counter hit that. Man, oh man, he's eating them. 2 bars for Smug here. EX straight spin, another one. Went low, kept it nice and safe. V-skill.
Oh, he caught him low.
Oh boy.
Look at the lead right now. Okay, wait, don't
Fujimura.
count him out. Do not count this man out.
No, not at all. Oh, and the standing light kick.
Light kick. On the way up, caught him on the dash, thought he was going to be in time for a meeting, not quite, got that counter hit. Smug on the board. First round of game 2.
Wow, the tap fake out. Fujimura with no buttons. I don't blame him. EX straight straight.
Oh, he could have got the exchange, but it was a little bit too far out. Pushed him way too far out.
There's the punish on the straight. Ibuki standing light kick's great for that. The crush, he keeps finding the timing.
Every time that roundhouse hits.
Wake up early back throw. He knows that Smug likes to respect in that scenario. Back throws through the shuriken. The crush himself this time. Caught the meeting. No combo after. Smug activates. He's got V-trigger and a bar to spend here. That's gonna do it.
That's what I'm talking about.
Big cancel early. Fujimura, he's been really, really smart on defense about knowing that Smug is going to respect uppercuts and just early back throws. I like that a lot from him. But in that one, he got a little antsy with the buttons, and Smug kind of figured out the timing with those crush counters.
Let's see the kind of adjustments Fujimura has to make against the likes of Smug's Balrog so far. Again, you don't want to press too many buttons outside of that range because you're going to get crush countered. That was the name of the game in the last round, or the last game, actually.
Yeah, I love that jump kunai approach that he's been using a lot because Balrog's NCRs are excellent, right? So you can kind of throw him off with that. Yup, tap, V skill there to get himself out.
Oh, he just got caught. Just got caught advancing forward, got caught with a V skill overhead. Oh, that's a big punish. Oh, he committed to the target combo. Smug wasn't ready for the punish quite yet.
Yeah, activates raw low. And caught the counter hit jab. Nothing after, though.
Here comes the
triggers
shuriken.
out.
Yeah, he's negative after that.
But did get him out of the corner. That was good recognition from Fujimura. Hit a button, and look at the damage he took for it. The DP block.
That's the DP. He was ready for it.
Back throw. Smug finally baits one out, and there's no reversal throw from Fujimura. So far the switch to Balrog, I mean, just the patient kind of approach of Smug EX. Bad spot, Fujimura.
A lot of mental damage, you can tell. Fujimura stuck in this corner. Shit, that's a stun!
He's been relying on that reel back, and Smug just calls it out. The fake, tried to bait the throw.
He could have got it, but
Panic
Fujimura
uppercut.
got the uppercut.
V-reversal's
out of there. Side switch!
How are you supposed to see it? He was ready. Smug in a bad spot.
He
And
tried to walk
double
up
jab.
I don't know what it was, Steve. Could have been a throw, it could have been like normal. But Smug stopped it dead in its tracks.
Yeah, he's looking super, super solid on this Balrog. I think this has been a tough look for Fujimura so far. Smug has a great timing about when he wants the V-skill, when he wants to hit those buttons on defense, and you can just tell that, you know, his slow, patient, slow roll that he's been doing against Fujimura has been giving him difficulties. No punish on the dash straight there with standing light kick. That's what we're seeing. Smug he's really, really good. I mean, you saw it with Dudley back in the day too, right? Where he's playing that slow offensive burn where he just runs you over.
And as soon as he gets that opening, you better pray you have great defense. He went past the V-skill. He's going to get the reset, yeah. He caught the legs as well. He's going to get the stun. He does. There's going to be a lot of scaling involved, but still it puts him in a great position. A lot of damage and the reset into the throw. Here we go.
Fujimura has V-skill.
The overhead, the block. Yeah, great punish. Fujimura's out of there. V-trigger incoming. Where's the reset? There it is. Great defense.
EX kunai for the plus frames. Back that. No anti-air. Oh,
there it is.
He punched the kunai. EX straight and he calls it out.
Let's go.
Fujimura knew it was coming. He was ready with the neutral jump around on the board. He's been struggling against this Balrog so far, but he pieced a round together there. Walks up for the counter hit.
He got the stand strong counter. Tried to go for the sweep afterwards.
I think that was an uppercut that he missed.
That's exactly what it was.
Look at this, a bar for Smug, and man, I cannot.
Oh, the buffer, but it didn't hit the rest of the uppercut.
And we've seen so many of those V-skills. Backs himself to the corner. There's a punish on that command dash, but he still got out of there, so I think Fujimura's okay with that. V-skills, those are getting crushed all day. I love those spacing.
Yeah, that kunai just hit right at the tip of the boots.
Yeah, he's been doing a really good job of stopping those regular anti-airs from Smug, which are really one of Balrog's big strengths. Scary whiff there.
The kunai was a little bit too far out, but it caught Smug in a really unorthodox position.
Yeah, backdash was super great. Gets out of the V-skill. Looking for those plus frames. Fujimura trying to jump out, and he escapes.
It's so difficult to catch.
Smug almost on V-trigger despite V-reversaling earlier. He builds it with the V-skill, dash up. Oh, the fake out
Caught
low.
him. That should be enough for the round. And it is Smug on match point against Fujimura. Fujimura.
He has such good reads on this guy. There's a reason he calls him Fujimura. He knows how it works. I don't know if he can read his name.
I don't know. I don't think so.
Maybe that's what it is.
The kunai to keep him in block stun. I like this. Fujimura still has 2 more bars to do it again.
Wow, the low. It reached. He takes the knockdown on the target combo. EX for the extra distance to get in there.
He
Maybe
tried to press the button to anti-air, but he got caught with the kunai.
Backdash again. Smug's been using that on defense so well. Walk up for the throw. V-skill fake the low. And Fujimura was looking for that. There's a punish. Stem line kick activate. Mix up coming.
Back strong. What side is it on? Great blocks there from Smug. He did get the stand short off that.
Wow.
Mid-air.
How in the world did he snipe him? He's got a bar here after the end. Mixed up the
Back throw. He
throw.
waited just in case Fujimura wanted to uppercut. He did a slight delay back throw.
And the switch to Balrog. He said he wanted to play more Balrog right after final round, and you saw it here. The switch over, that patient roll on offense. So hard to escape him. His timing is so good.
2 steps ahead of you, man. But Fujimura, still great adaptations made from Fujimura as well. It was a really shaky start with Balrog, right? He got caught multiple times with the crush counter. He had to adapt where he wanted to throw his normals. He was getting that momentum going, but Smug still managed to clutch it out.
Yeah, I mean, that first game was like 9 crush counters. Back to back to back to back. And I was like,
in
oh,
that one
boy.
game, there was like 6, I think. Honestly, there was like 6 roundhouse crush counters.
And I was thinking to myself, like, what is going to be the adjustment that Fujimura is going to do here, right? But he really couldn't deal with it. I mean, Smug's offense is so hard to deal with.
And
This
there was a small
kid.
little fan. He walked up from the back. He came up to Smug. He's like, hey, that was great.
I'm a big fan, fist bump. And that was, that's awesome. That's an American hero out there in the crowd. And I'm talking about Fujimura, of course, who is now out of the tournament in 7th place. Congratulations to him for making top 8 at another CPT event. I mean, he's incredibly good. He's going to have a lot of points this season, do really well, I'm sure. He had an impressive run here. Beat a lot of really great players, including 801 Strider, who's out of the tournament now, so in 9th place. So hopefully you've been enjoying top 8 so far. That was our first round of matches that we've had. We're going to take a short break. We'll be back with more NCR 2019 in just a little bit.
Huge amount of prize money on the line. Baby, let's go!
The jump in was perfect.
This is a team tournament. We're going to see all these players go up against each other.
Oh, an unbelievable block.
There it is.
What a way to end!
Do you struggle to find happiness? Do you get the feeling there's something greater for you? There is.
This is the path of my destiny.
Dare you challenge the king?
citywide outbreak. You are advised to take shelter at the police station.
Anybody here?
I don't like the sound of that.
We're getting out of here. Leon! My mission is to take down Umbrella's entire operation. They're secretly making bioweapons.
Count me in.
Available now for PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and PC. Rated M for mature.
This is the path of my destiny.
Pleased to meet you.
It looks like it.
Oh boy.
If the big guy doesn't get the job done, bring out the even bigger guy.
All right, let's see if this can change his fortunes here. He obviously, there was something about that last matchup that he really didn't like. You know, it's interesting. I don't know if it was Abigail, but even at Capcom Cup when he won with Birdie, he kept like teasing, like, that's not even who I've been practicing.
This isn't even my final form.
Yeah. So I wonder, has he been practicing Abigail?
Oh, nice whip punish with a medium punch into the Abigail punch.
Oh, blow.
And we're in the corner. This is a complete turnaround from the first match.
And again, the ability to confirm off of crouch and standing light kick. Such a great bump.
The back throw.
Yeah, unfortunately, I think that hit was a counter hit, so it was a lot longer hit stun than he was expecting.
That was sick. Here we go.
Momochi
that
with
wasn't
an
even
opportunity
the EX,
to
so
make
that
a
was the
comeback.
first frame invincible. First frame active, sorry. He's going to be using that heavy punch, looking for the crush counter.
Doing a little bit of weight dash.
Oh, the walk back, the fractional walk back.
Yeah, I don't like that. Mena RD going a little too hard there. Needs to be a little more patient, and that back throw is going to do it. Woo!
Slack delay, wake up back throw. Not a true safe jump.
Going to breathe a little bit of sigh of relief for Mena RD.
Nice. That back hard punch you can throw out with almost impunity. It's very difficult to whiff punish normally.
Oh, wow, using the
V skill. I rarely see that V skill come out from Momochi, but all the tools need to be used. Yes, nice punish on that.
All right, Momochi can see
going
very. Oh, he went for the parry. Went for the parry, and Mena RD gets the throw.
Oh,
yes!
Just out of range. The micro walk back.
Here we go. Big combo time. Set up. Nope, doesn't go for the cross up. Oh, that's whip punish right there. Yeah. Beautiful. Momochi was all ready for. As soon as he saw that heavy punch charging up, he said, nope, game over. I am at match point now.
He had space to walk back as well. There wasn't the proximity guards.
All right, so Mena RD slowly trying to push him into the corner. Oh, wow.
I'm really loving Momochi's spacing. He's standing at ranges which are allowing him to whiff punish these attacks.
Pseudo throw loops. Oh, he tried to go in for more. He tried to go in for more, but Mena RD with a great confirm off of the jab.
Oh, catches the backdash.
And now finally lands the command throw. Missed it a couple times. Activate V-trigger.
This is going to be stunned. Oh, no! Well, that's it. That's the round anyway.
Yeah, I thought...
There's so many different routes to losing against Abigail. Doesn't have to be the traditional one.
Trying to remain as serious as possible.
I think Mena knows that he dropped the combo there.
Trying to... I love that expression from Mena RD. And very much the opposite from Momochi, like, oh, I gotta deal with this character.
I mean, you saw Problem X versus Knuckle Do earlier.
Yeah.
Like, Problem was having a whale of a time, even though he ended up losing in a close set. It was Knuckle Do that was feeling all the stress and the pressure.
Activates V-trigger.
Nice challenge with the light punch.
Nice. Again, the ability to dash attack in a Street Fighter game just gives you such a good whip punish ability. Oh, that's punishable.
Making the hard read with the V skill. Nice anti-air. That power punch literally does everything. Plus frames on the V reversal from Abigail.
Just to use that to hit him out of the air for a reset situation, but unfortunately for Momochi, no more V-trigger.
Gone, yeah.
Oh, but he
gets
gets
the
a raw
jump
jump in.
The damage is not going to be significant. The Parabellum on fire.
Oh, but it's enough.
Wow, that actually killed.
It's enough.
And he's got 1100.
He spent both of his bars to go for it. Momochi now at match point starts off with a heel right to the face.
Oh, the delay gets the counter hit.
Okay.
And we are at set point here for Momochi. The reigning Capcom Cup champion staring at elimination.
It's like a built-in low profile on that. Oh, where are you going?
Quick 2 bills. Yeah, tried to press something afterwards. -2.
Oh, there we go, the crunch counter.
Everyone's got a plan until they get punched in the face. What is your guess here?
Oh,
guess the game.
He lost half your life.
Oh,
the low.
Yo!
He went with the low. Oh, the armor. Oh, you lost so much health. One more mix up. There it is, right there. The low and the low.
Saves the match point.
When you have a confirmable low or a command throw mix-up, it is danger time, and Meta RD takes advantage of it.
Hard read as well. You have to make a read on whether that's going to be the high-low with her EX parry.
Oh, regular throw, but here comes Meta RD into the corner.
Abigail, of course, doesn't have to do that. Here's the corner pressure. Oh,
plus counter.
Time to guess.
Oh, nothing.
Let's jump
anti-air. Yeah. Oh, and now here comes Momochi, getting a big jump in. Here we go. Some good damage off of this.
Yeah, that damage actually adds up. Now, one of the problems with Colleen.
Air to air, get him back there. Oh, the command throw. It's going to do a lot of damage.
I don't think he can get stunned off this.
Oh, he goes for it. He goes for the full damage.
He might be able to.
Not quite stunned yet.
Oh, no. Oh, it gets interrupted. He's got another bar to use. I doubt it's going to do enough. Yes, he knows it isn't.
Oh, he's in there.
He gets the counter. No.
It's not going to be enough, but he still has V-trigger.
You
can't whip it. Oh, my God. It's so scary. He still gets the punish. He still gets the punish with the ice skate. The ice skate still gets him in there.
What's good, everybody? Welcome back to NCR 2019. Sage M and Vicious here for the top 8. We're on the loser side of the bracket, of course. We're going to have one that I'm very excited to see. We have, they're already up there chatting on the stage. We have Red Bull's very own Gotcha-kun up against Reciprocity's Punk. That's going to be an interesting match. Obviously, Punk was in winner's side, lost the Fudo drop down here. Gotcha-kun got the W over the Lord, Daigo Umehara, in the loser's side.
Yeah, changed it all up against Daigo that last game. You might have saw in the first half, but hey, this is the updated bracket. We got Takedo and Fudo, we just mentioned, over on the winners finals. Punk, Gotcha-kun already warmed up, and down below you see John Takuchi versus Smug, who we just saw right before the break take over Fujimura with his patented ball rock.
Yeah, those two have had a lot of matches. In fact, I think every match we've had in the top 8 so far has had a lot of history. It's like people who played each other a lot of times. Even that John Takuchi, Tokido, they played a bunch of times this year. I mean, I saw them play earlier this year as well, and they've always seemed to run into each other. I feel like that about a lot of the first round matches we've had so far, as well as the Fudo versus Punk match and the Fujimura Smug match, which we see a lot as well. So we're looking at this here. This is loser side of the bracket. Punk was sent down here, obviously, just a little bit ago. Gotcha-kun entered the top 8 in the loser's side. And
who was the one that put him into loser?
Gotcha-kun?
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember. John Takuchi, actually. That was top 8 qualifier match. But what's interesting about this is that the character that I feel like gives Punk a lot of trouble, besides Birdie, is Rashid. And it's because this character spends a lot of time on offense. It spends a lot of time avoiding the corner. He's really good at escaping the corner. And it doesn't allow Punk to play the normal game that he does, right? So Punk can't kind of walk around and play the whip punish game that well against Rashid. And when he does get you and corner you, most of the time he wins. But Rashid is very good at escaping that position. So we're going to see in this match whether he can kind of cage Rashid when he actually does knock him down, and whether he can avoid these whirlwind shot situations.
Yeah, you have that kind of the fireball presence, great mobility on the ground, as well as lengthy normals. That kind of formula is what gives Karen a hard time in matches in general.
Yeah, especially because, you know, once she does corner you, she should win, right? That's really her bread and butter. And
the same goes for Rashid, honestly.
Yeah.
And we see from time to time again, no matter what season it is, Rashid always has a fairly great time pushing characters to the corner. And you see right here, look at the estate. You see Rashid already almost cornering Punk to the corner. There it is. One mixer into the corner.
Yeah, I mean, his corner carry is excellent. So is hers. But she has, both of them have good ways to escape the corner's position switch as well.
The Senha, that's the one.
Back throw. So Punk has it now. He has V-Trigger activated. I love that choice from Gotchakun just to get himself out. Put the punish.
Even better read.
He tried.
No, he went into the... He got clipped by the whirlwind.
Yeah, he tried to do something that would keep him safe. EX,
that's it.
One more,
EX,
and that's...
Orochi to finish it off. Nice and easy. The bread and butter.
You just want to walk back. That's all you want to do. You just want to walk back and get some space for yourself. Punk will not allow it. The low-medium hit confirms are so good, no matter where you are. Yeah, great,
you always have to be
button.
aware of it. It's so difficult to walk back against Karen, even like on her meaty pressure, right? If she goes with like stand short, crouch strong, you want to kind of move back just a little bit and play defense, but she'll clip you.
I don't know how he ended up in the front. Delays it. Gotchakun taking those little steps back between the strings. That's important to do so you get space, but you also don't want to do it in a timing that'll get you hit by the crouching medium kick.
That's why he does it so short. He kind of like pumps it back and forth, back and forth.
Yeah, really, really good players are great about doing that, taking little steps back so that you are just out of their range. Low medium kick connects.
Great interrupt there from Punk. He tried to get a counter hit going. He got counter hit jab. He can do counter hit strong right afterwards.
All right, take throw off the whirlwind. We got a lot of space off it. Clips clean
by the fireball.
Yeah, next hit's bad news for Punk.
He's
not
still
quite
living.
the kill.
No percent there. Not going to take that kind of risk, but still went for the throw. Gotchakun just a little out of range getting that low medium kick.
And the funny thing is, Punk kind of nodded afterwards, like, all right, you got me. Dashed up. The classic. Punk's done that to so many people now. Makes sense. The confirm early to the corner. Gotchakun with the backdash. Another one. Takes the stun.
Already at a stun, past 50%. Goes for the Rasenha ender.
Take throw in the corner. Bad news for Gotchakun. Wake up medium punch.
Stand strong.
Sometimes you want to live. He's like, I'm out.
That way, that's
he's like, I'm out,
that's
buddy.
the choice you make.
The choice to walk up and eat a crouching medium kick as Punk hit confirms it. Clean as ever as he takes game one.
A little rough start here for Gotchakun, but he's slowly making his adaptation right. I think it was a very, very fantastic call. He woke up with stand strong right. Yeah. Instead of going for like a low forward or even like a quick normal or an EX mixer, kind of keep Punk on his toes.
Yeah, and I mean, that's the thing about Punk. When he hits you and corners you, I mean, you're going to lose. Wow, he hit confirmed it, but it was a little too far on the Tenko.
You know, if Gotchakun did hit Punk with something like that, he's very susceptible to kind of getting thrown off mentally, and he kind of just goes down from there.
Yeah, it can happen. I love that interrupt.
The delay, the crouch fears to kind of kept a delayed normal or a throw tech.
Yeah, Punk a little sloppy there, missed the moving kicks that he was trying to do in the corner, so lost the combo opportunity that he wanted. Walked up and Gotchakun with the dash throw.
Caught him by surprise as soon as he backed off. Enough space to get this V-trigger activation and apply this pressure. Got clipped. Didn't get most out of that.
Yeah, I think he actually tried to V reversal that Fierce that we saw, but okay, Gotchakun's walking back and snapping out that heavy punch and the confirm.
Strong.
Yeah, he's doing a walk back heavy punch now to connect with Punk, you know, hitting those buttons. You're going to eat a crouching medium kick for that if you're not careful, and we'll see if Punk can make that adjustment. Anti-air, back throw after. Whiff into the crouching medium kick. That'll catch people off guard, especially Punk. His reactions are real fast. So I like that choice from Gotchakun. Thought he had the counter hit.
Oh, and caught him with a low forward again. A little too far out to go for the side switch, so he went for the V-skill instead. Got the back throw right afterwards.
Backdash, went for the crouching medium kick to look for the low confirm. Dashed up to try to block, but a little too close, so he eats the whirlwind.
It wasn't as much damage as it could have been, which is great for Punk, but now he's stuck in this corner. Exactly what Gotchakun wants to work. The roundhouse activation. He walking back and forth. He got the crouch strong anyway.
Yeah, and the clean confirm after EX 2-bar kill. Punk was ready for it off the counter hit. Anytime you end up in that space, Karen's normals are really fast, really good. She has strong medium buttons and the confirm.
The confirm again. Low forward. Gotchakun walking back. And the delayed crouch strong immediately after the first one. Got the counter hit as well. Stun is a factor. He's going to go off the wall. He could have got... Yes, he does get the stun.
He sniped the wall escape. EX finished the job.
Dang.
Punk with really, really clean caging in the corner. He walked up, he let him go off the wall, jump, jab, back throw, just in case he mixed it or something like that defensively. Punk did a really good job of cornering and stopping Gotchakun from doing any of the stuff that really makes Rashid scary there. And that was just a read, right? If you want to chase the wall escape, you have to walk up and air-to-air like that. And that's exactly what we saw.
It was a very safe option to just jump back or jump up jab. You know, the kind of stuff Tokido did as well against John Takeuchi. We saw that time and time again when they play against Rashids. Anytime they go airborne, they kind of want to follow him instead of trying to anti-air them on the ground, right? They want to beat him air-to-air with a quick normal to kind of suppress any sort of escape options they have.
Yeah, and one thing that's interesting too is that when Punk is on point, when he's playing super well and his hit confirms and ground games are out of control, it's like you're fighting like the CPU on like the hard difficulty, where like every time they hit
read
you,
your input, just cheating.
yeah, it's input reading, right? Like, how did I get hit confirmed? He didn't see that hit. Like, how did he do that again? And man, Gotch-kun, he keeps thinking that these are counter hits, but is Punk actually trying to jump out of the corner, so it's a regular hit. There's the throw, not quite the dizzy.
There's the counter
dizzy.
hit.
Yeah, he got it this time. Punk try to wiggle out with a button. And this is a rough round so far for him.
But if anyone can do it, Punk has definitely done it before, so there's the activation. We just mentioned it. Gets the side switch this time.
Man, the way Gotch-kun's walking back and out of these strings is making me
a little
concerned because we've seen how many times.
A
little concerned. And the EX mixer on the run-up caught the neutral.
That was so far. It was enhanced spinning mixer because he went through the tornado.
Exactly, yeah. The way he's walking back is a little scary because he's eating those crouching medium kicks all day. The punish.
I didn't know he couldn't do that.
I'm a little concerned. And the knockdown in the corner. And
the crowd strong, nice and easy. He might have caught Gotch-kun jumping.
Yeah, regular hit, probably jumping out.
Oh, the switch up. Okay. Trying to keep Gotch-kun on his toes, which he was.
He did corner himself, though. Look for the standing medium kick. He activates. Overhead, not quite off the whirlwind, but that one is.
Yeah.
EX Eagle.
Wall, changing his sides up twice over to have the tornado do the work.
V reversal. Oh, Punk just waits it out. Dashes up this time.
He
the check. It's because Gotch-kun dashed up. And then he tried to bait something. This time, he was like, all right, I'm going to dash up and I'm just going to take the throw, right? I'm just going to throw him. And Punk was already ready for the dash up since Gotch-kun had committed to it just a second before low medium kick hits. No connection into the Tenko, but he doesn't let that one go off very often. You can't rely on that low medium kick.
And when it does connect, he was midair.
Still worked out okay for Punk. No counter hit, backdash again. He's been backdashing the whirlwind shot pressure a lot. Maybe something Gotch-kun can catch on to. Low medium kick on the stagger. EX got the jump.
There. Yeah, he saw the startup of the whirlwind shot, found his opportunity. V skill into the V-trigger activation.
Man, so many reversal buttons from Gotch-kun on Punk's pressure. It's making reads the low medium kick.
They were playing chicken on the ground for so long.
The throw in the corner. This is bad for Gotch-kun. Next hit could kill him. The low medium
missed
kick.
it. That could have been the game for Punk. Gotch-kun barely survived. He's hanging in there.
Oh, jump back. That low medium kick barely missed. Punk with so much meter. I mean, you die here to a low medium kick. That's what's so scary about it, but the reversal!
The interruption, you gotta be kidding me! He just smacked way through that gap, critical art right through the fireball, and that's it. Gotch-kun eliminated from the tournament by reciprocity's own Punk.
As soon as he did that EX whirlwind, Punk activated and turned to him like, good game.
Good games, yeah.
Good games. And Gotch-kun, like the look on his face, he's like, well, I didn't know. I couldn't do that. He's like, you got me. I wasn't ready for it. And that was a clean cancel from Punk. First time he's done that.
Excuse me.
Yeah, excuse me. He hadn't done an EX through that yet. He hadn't done critical R through that yet. That was like the first time where he really challenged. The only thing we saw was in the corner, he was jumping out of the whirlwind shots when they were raw, but he wasn't like looking for the cancels like that, which ended up catching Gotch-kun at the very end. He just needed something to get going, right? So he was like, button, EX whirlwind shot, Punk was ready with the critical R. And we have our other Rashid player stepping up to the stage versus the other American player left in the bracket.
That's right.
And we're going to take a peek at that bracket, actually, because we have Punk moving on. He's in that loser semis finals. He's waiting for the winner of Mr. John Takeuchi and Smug. Of course, Smug was sent to the losers bracket by Punk when Punk qualified for winners top 8. So we could have a double jeopardy, those two playing each other again. They played many, many times.
We might see it. We might just see it.
Yeah, as he looks over. Hello, John.
Hey,
it's
neighbor.
me. It's me, Smug.
Oh no, don't.
Big fan. Hit him with the. What is he pointing at? He said, "Let me see that. Let me see your controller here."
He's a fan.
This is fine craftsmanship. It's very good. John is so confused. He's like, "What do you want from me?"
Is everything okay? Is it up to your standard? Yeah. I don't like the side eye. I don't like the side eye at all.
John knows how to play the game. He's like, "Is it good? Everything okay?" It matches my hoodie, don't you think? Smug doesn't know what to do.
How come I don't get a controller like that?
He's run into someone who can handle his mind games. He's like, "Ooh, this is a powerful opponent." John Takeuchi. This
kind of attitude and charisma you could expect from Smug streams as well.
Yes,
just
exactly.
So we mention it, right? We've talked about it all weekend. You guys have to tune into his streams.
They're extremely entertaining. His YouTube channel also has highlights of it as well. And John is actually streaming on Twitch too. I think almost everybody in this top 8 streams as well if you guys want to tune into it. Yeah, so I've seen John stream on Twitch as well.
I've seen Punk stream
Punk
pretty
obviously
more
streams all
often
the
than not,
He
actually.
blames me. Every time he streams, he's like, why do you stream on my stream time? And I said, look, I was streaming first of all.
Yeah.
And he was like, no, you're streaming on my time. I was like, hey, you're streaming on my time. We got into an argument about it.
Yeah, and then he called me out right after you guys feuded. He went to my channel. I was like, hey, don't ever say I don't watch your channel again. I was like, oh,
Yeah.
well, I'm sorry.
I mean, that's how it is. You got to support all the streams. Not
I
just
support his stream all the time, too.
I'm not saying to you. I'm telling the people at home.
In general.
I'm telling the people at home. Support the streams out there, not just the tournaments you're watching, like this lovely CPT Premier event, NCR 2019. Make sure to support everything that you guys tune in. All the Street Fighter action all the time as we have another U.S. versus Japan matchup. Smug going up against John Takeuchi, locked into G, nice and early.
We got a new Metro City stage.
Roll kick early.
Skyscraper no longer under construction.
Yeah, that's true, actually. I forgot they were building it before. That fireball cancel to push him back. This is one of those matchups where you have the B skill to get through the whirlwind shots and stuff like that. And the command throw, you think you won't get command throw.
He does it again.
In 2019.
He does go for a third. What about a fourth?
He was examining the controller to see if he could hold up. He's like, does the analog go up? No, it doesn't. All right, I'll go for the command throws. Tick into the corner. All those command throws for Smug didn't get him that much life, actually.
Tried to wheel kick out of the corner.
I think that was a read that he would go for the whirlwind shot, actually, because it was projectile invincible. But stun already for John despite eating a few command throws. 50-50 in the front. Uh-oh, V-trigger available.
Wait a minute.
Shoots out the V-skill.
Max President. Just one opening could actually kill John Takeuchi. He's trying to go for it right now, trying to force the issue. He went for the low, right past the fireball. This is the start he needs.
And he's got the critical art on deck, spends it off of that.
Wait a minute.
Light him up. The damage to kill.
Oh my goodness, I told you, just one hit away to get started, and he got it.
Yeah, started on the end of the round already. He didn't need anything fancy. As Smug cleans it up, dash up at the beginning of the round. That's what's scary about this character, G. He's got, he punished.
No.
Takes the level, actually. Media afterwards, but there it is. That's going to remove. Yeah, it's going to remove the level by getting knocked down. That's how it works. You see in the bottom left that little globe. When it lights up, he has levels, and anytime he gets knocked down, he's going to lose one.
Yeah, when he's leveled up, he does have access to enhanced normals. You might have seen it a couple times ago.
Yeah, there's the dizzy. He's going to see the clean jump in here. Not enough to kill, but setup after is going to be bad news for Smug.
Ooh.
Plus frames.
It's such an interesting angle to even try to contest with an anti-air too. So John Takeuchi is doing a great job abusing these neutral jumps, especially on a tall character like G, right? He gets a press fierce a lot earlier than most because of his stature.
Exactly, yeah. He's tall, and you know, being tall is nice in some ways and bad in others in fighting games and in life, I guess. But you know, that's the issue, is that he's just so tall, he has to eat those early, but sometimes it makes him negative on the high jumps instead, so it just depends on the situation. Cornered already, but this is one of G's biggest strengths. Anytime there's a scramble, when he gets out of there with a mash button, he gets so much out of it. There's a punish, and the throw again. John has done such a great job of not being phased.
The whirlwind shot with the wheel kick, and get the P level up, too.
Yeah, that level up is great. You want that for the enhanced fireball, which we see him throwing there. The extra whirlwind knockdown, there it is. All right, level's gone. He doesn't have to worry about it. Smug is on V-trigger, though.
Just goes for the activation. Doesn't have a lot to do on reversals, right? His defense is a little sus. He has to sit there and block. He's forced to. But with this V-trigger activation, it's a whole different story. John
Counter hit.
He can't play the defense yet. He's got a command grab as well.
Wheel kick for the damage. Backdash. He plays it slow. John has critical art. EX misses. He misses with that
scrambles.
Down jab. He's looking for something. Throws the fireball. Clashes with the whirlwind.
And the screams are coming out.
30 seconds left on the clock.
Oh, he went for the speech. He went for the speech.
Why in the world did you start talking? He started saying thank you to Capcom fan.
He said thank you and you're welcome.
He said Capcom fan 34, thanks for subscribing for the stream, and he got smoked for it. It's not ranked, buddy boy. You can't just start speaking to the stream chat.
You can't just change scenes and look at the crowd. It's not your decision.
No, it's not. And John with the perfect punish. I have no idea how he was ready for it, but he was ready and sniped it with the Eagle Spike. Anti-air for Smug. We didn't see a lot of those in the first game. Buffer, that's a punish, and a lot of corner carry for John Takeuchi.
Nice check on the dash here. Smug doesn't go for the level up, instead goes for the media instead.
Yeah, and he hasn't gone for a command throw there in a little while. Although John's been kind of eating them, right? He's not that scared of the command throw so far, especially when you're not in V-trigger, you're not leveled up. It's not too bad.
Tried to interrupt during that whirlwind shot, but he got smoked instead.
Neutral drop, deep jump, heavy punch, tons of plus frames. Another throw there. John looking sharp. Activates. Overhead, nice block in the punish. This is huge with V-trigger, the corner carry, dash. No, he went for the wheel kick. Neutral jump. EX Eagle Spike.
All the time in the world right after that activation.
Yeah, he got to see what Smug was going to do. He threw out the V-skill. That's a really, really good move against like 95% of characters. But EX Eagle Spike goes super far. Projectile invincible.
Very great call out there from John Takeuchi, opening up Smug with that jump in. Again, back to the corner. No, he actually splashes his way out, but still, John Takeuchi was ready.
Yeah, he was a little late working on Dizzy's John, and he's got critical art. EX Whirlwind, no combo. Try to bait the throw.
Stun is still racked up pretty high.
It is. Smug just waiting it out. NCR V-skill. That built in V-trigger. He's got the V-trigger now because of that dash-up check from John. Lock him down here. He's got critical art for the chip. That's exactly what he wanted. No cancel. The wheel kicks a whiff and a no-go. John Takeuchi was ready for it. And even if that didn't kill, he had way more damage on that combo after.
Now you
have to question whether he's going to stick with this matchup or try Balrog, right?
That's exactly what he's thinking. He had a little bit of a concern on his face. You know, it's hard to tell what he's thinking because of his facial expressions. You know, deep down inside, he's like, man, I got whooped. Maybe I could switch over to Balrog. But we'll see. We'll see what happens.
It's always the question here because I think he probably doesn't love playing Balrog versus Rashid. But, I mean, G hasn't worked out in those first couple of games so far. So now you have to sit and postulate the possibilities of trying to try a new character or sticking it out with G at this point. And you're down 2-0. You know, this is the question of whether my Balrog that got the job done against Fujimura is a better choice or I trust that my G can make the adjustment.
I mean, to be fair, John Takeuchi had a very, very great positioning over G throughout the entirety of those 2 games, right? He adapted very, very quickly. I think the best I've seen so far from this weekend versus like all the Gs, right? The Gustavo's G, 801 Strider, excuse me, and Smug's Gs.
Yeah.
He's done a great job against G in general, but there it is, the Balrog pick.
Locked into Balrog now. And this is it. He needs this for 3 games to get a shot against Punk in the loser's semis. Loser of this goes home with 5th place as a reminder in this top 8. Liquid's John is looking great so far.
Yeah, 2-game lead over Smug. If Smug's going to do it, he has to do it now.
That jab mixer for the punish. Yeah, and both of these characters that Smug has, not the best defensive options, right? They're kind of a little weak in that, but they're the kind of characters that just kind of wait, find that one opportunity, and then just end the round in one really strong sequence. That's a whiff punish.
Excellent whiff punish there from Smug.
It did cost meter, but it got the job done. Out of the air with the V skill. Another one. Thought he had the punish.
Really biding his time on defense, and it pays off tenfold. Here we go. The V trigger.
Yeah, stayed in the front.
Wow.
That was one of those, I know that you know. You're a good player, so I don't even have to go for the cross-up mix-up here.
Caught him right at the edge of that. Crouch fierce.
One more for Dizzy here. Goes low, and that's the trade he wanted. John Takeuchi, the switch doesn't matter. Cleans it up with the Eagle Spike around on the board.
And you saw that slight trade-off from Smug. He tried to interrupt the startup of that whirlwind shot just a little too fast.
Right. A little punish. Just the crouching line kick. About as much chip as he did, he got punished for, so not too big. Another whiff punish for the EX straight.
John hasn't pressed a button at all on defense, by the way. He waits till there's at least enough space to get some of the heavy normals out, but when it's up close like that, he knows the kind of damage that Smug can deal out.
Yeah, he's very, very patient about those buttons, which is not easy to do against a character like Balrog. You want to live. You're like, I need to hit a button, I need to survive. Walk up, breaks the throw, the whip punish, and that'll do it. Staggered blows for Smug, puts a round on the board. Off of some really good whip punishes with the EX dash straight, and just really kind of fundamental, slow and steady Balrog play.
Catching a combo. He went from playing around with the normals, playing that spacing game, to dash punching.
Yep. That's what Balrog does. That's how he throws you off. Check with the 3-frame after. Counter hit, nothing after the throw.
There it is, the one time John Takeuchi committed to the normal on Wake Up, and he's paying dearly for it. That's a perfect on Smug's behalf on the board, and the crowd is pumped.
And that's what happens, right? Like one moment, you're like, this is my time to hit a button. Huge counter hit. That crush counter, just you explode tons of damage on it.
But it was a great lesson for John to learn, right? Especially with that many games. Or he had a 2-game advantage, right? Being able to see the kind of information he can get from Smug is pivotal. Now he's going to play defense. He's going to wait even more and figure out what he's going to do to kind of break Smug as he comes through with this relentless offense. I want to see how Smug is going to change it up as well.
Exactly. That's what you have to sit and think now. What is John going to do to change up the offense, change up the defense, change up his timing? Is he going to stick with the same V-trigger? That's what we got to think about here. V-trigger 1 has gave him a lot of stability, right? I think he probably enjoys, but VT2 has the better cancels and maybe some offense. But Smug, same kind of thing we saw against Fujimura, right? I mean, his G is what got him into this top 8. It's what's looked really great all weekend, but that's the benefit of having a secondary character that he switches over to the Balrog. That's been his main character for so long. Oh. Crush, look at the corner position already for John.
Damage and the carry as well. Keeping him suppressed with that whirlwind shot. Forced to use the V-reverse, but John, again, back at it.
Another throw. Baits it this time for the Dizzy, and John's got meter to spend. EX, that's a perfect answer back.
If he's not going to play defense, he better show it off with offense.
Yeah, I mean, he really just kind of smothered it. Balrog doesn't have great tools to deal with a lot of that pressure. I love it.
Right out the gate, the jump, reading the dash point.
Yeah, that's like a big message to send. Baits another throw.
Okay, this is looking real dangerous for Smug. Match point, John Takeuchi started off with the perfect. Looking real clean right now in this round. 2 V-reversals out, no success.
Yeah, he's lost a lot of V-gauge. Medium mixer, EX.
One more sequence could actually do it. Back throw could do it.
In the front.
That's a double perfect from John Takeuchi. 3-1 over Smug.
The double perfect. The way he looked at the camera.
Yikes. Don't ever inspect another man's controller. Don't you ever.
Ever. Not on his watch, not on little John Takeuchi's watch. He's like, look at my controller again. It's the same controller. That double perfected you, sending you out of the tournament.
You keep your hands to your own controller, man. That's what happens.
He grabbed the controller. He's like, I'm going to just give this back to you. I don't know if I should look at this anymore.
It didn't help that he gave it back and then he side-eyed the crowd. Come on,
yeah, he
man.
looked at him like,
That's the same stick. That's the same controller that bodied you.
Yeah, hit you with a double perfect. Just like that. We were like, the switch to Balrog. What's the adjustment? Oh, the adjustment's just to get 2 perfects back-to-back.
Easy
yeah,
peasy.
It was that easy the whole time. Who knew?
No, all due respect. I mean, it was a great adaptations made on both ends, right?
Yeah.
I mean, also, Smug going down 2 games with G. Didn't have a lot of room for error with Balrog. He tried to make it happen. He almost did, but John Takeuchi just that much quicker with the adaptation.
Yeah. What I love about John's play in the last game is he would do button, walk back, and Smug was like, oh, this is my time. Hit down jab, and he would just dash up after. Right through the whiff and then get more pressure. Like, if you go back and watch the little bit, like the end of the round, it was just like medium punch, walk back, Smug hits crouching jab, and John just dashes up and does medium punch throw, or medium punch, frame traps, looks for a button or something like that. And that's exactly like the timing that he figured out on Smug's Balrog and how he likes to hit buttons on defense. It was really, really important. And as important as that is, Tokido has been sitting in the front row, meditating since his last match. He's been sitting there. He looks like Jiren. He's just got the pose. He's just like sitting there like this, like, yes, I'm going to wait for the next match. And when it comes up, I'm going to be ready for it. Winners, finals of NCR. It's going to be Tokido versus Fudo. Loser will drop down to losers finals and play the winner of Punk versus John Takeuchi.
And the question on everybody's mind, or at least here on the commentary desk, who is Fudo going to use against Tokido?
I imagine it'll probably be Birdie. Wait a minute. What are they asking for?
The measurement isn't correct. I believe that the table is a little too far.
Tokido's like, hey, but I got an issue. Is it a blind pick?
It's a blind pick. That's exactly why. He might have heard us talking about it a little bit. He's like,
yeah.
oh, that's a very good point.
That's a good idea.
Good point, gentlemen. I'm going to ask for a blind pick. So again, there is an issue, right? There is somewhat of a concern. Is he going to pick Mika? Is he going to pick Birdie?
That's a great question, right? That's what we have to know about this here. So we see them both setting their buttons and looking nice and sharp. This is a matchup we've seen so many different times between these two. In this game and Street Fighter 4, all the time they always end up playing against each other. Really, really, really strong competitors. And I can't wait to see this match. Especially with this season with, Fudo having the Birdie available. It's such a nice asset to him as a player to have a really strong secondary character that shows off his strengths. The shaker comes out.
Gotta hydrate.
Yeah, man, he's on that Roto Z now, the eye drops that he's got. And what is it, Sony Music?
He's got it all.
He's got his own teams and stuff. It looks like it's going to be Akuma Birdie, which I saw them play as well when they were in the 3v3 league.
And there it is. Yeah, that's the pick. Birdie versus Akuma. They're locked in, and here we go. Game 1 between these two titans. Tokido Fudo, winners finals.
Winners finals of the tournament.
Winners finals.
Yeah, winners finals of the tournament. I was interested to see if Tokido would try V-Trigger 2 with Akuma, actually. He plays it a lot of times against big characters in particular. There's some really good fuzzies that you can get instant overheads with red fireballs and plus frames that he has, and I've seen him use it before, but he is locked in with the V-Trigger 1. One of the best V-Triggers in the entire game, so not surprising to see. And
huge comeback potential. Changing up the fireballs as well for the approach.
yes.
A lot of utility in these V-Triggers for both characters, actually.
Yeah, both of them have great V-Triggers, and it's going to be a lot of ground game. Really the mix-up about the jump, right? Because what you have to see about that jump sequence we saw earlier is if he does jump Fireball, Fudo has to Bullhorn to beat it. If he does regular jump, he has to do Crouching Medium Punch. So it's going to be the mix-up that Tokido plays in the air approach, like whether I go for jump Fireball, whether I go for jump Fierce, right? See, exactly, that's the 50-50 we saw right away, the very beginning of the match. And that's just a guess. That's what Fudo has to decide on defense. Do I commit to the Bullhorn and lose to the regular jump, or go under the regular jump, or do I stick that Crouching Medium Punch and lose to the air Fireball?
There's very little time to react to those approaches as well, so great job from Fudo anticipating either side, but the low forward catches right at the tip too, but didn't get to maximize any of that, right? Fudo right back on it, got the damage, and then gets to play this neutral game. The Crouch Fierce exchange, getting that crush counter, here's the activation.
Medium Tatsu, dash throw, and there's a lot of V-Trigger gauge left. Stands up
Excellent
V-Reversal.
choice too. That was a very, very high fireball as well, so he knew that was a great time to V-Reversal and neutralize that. The parry! The B-skill parry! Unbelievable.
V-Trigger's on deck. Stagger low. He can wake up critical art, maybe to chip, and that's exactly why he flinched. I thought maybe he was going to try to uppercut or something like that to get through, but just gets hit by the bullet head. Fudo doesn't even have to spend the bar to kill. And we're seeing a lot of, like, early, these two have played each other a lot, for sure, right? You can see it early in this set. EX, and he goes right through it. Doesn't get the full hits. Overhead and neutral. And the Bullhorn.
At the last second, too, he's always holding the button down.
Yeah, he's waiting, whether it's going to be the jump, whether it's going to be the fireball. Gotta have it ready. See, that's the mix-up.
That's exactly what you were mentioning earlier. If he doesn't go for the fireball, he doesn't commit, he goes right past the body.
Yeah. Oh, the jump. Side swap. No, he just takes the corner carry instead. Wow.
Oh, barely missed that backdash. Spending the critical art. There's going to be a ton of damage on the board.
Dang, did you get one backdash and get smoked? Just like that. Fudo with game one. Single backdash, standing medium punch, medium bullhead, critical art.
That could have been the sequence for Tokido. If you caught the backdash on the recovery, right, with the forward fears, it could have spelled trouble.
Yeah, so if you're Tokido, I think you played a little fast that first game in this matchup, right? A little quick, and Fudo really just kind of played slow, waited for him to make mistakes, and capitalized. So now if you're Tokido, I gotta see what the adjustment is, whether it's more long-range crouching heavy punch to crush, or more low-medium kick hit confirms. So far, it seems like Fudo has all the answers. As he eats a boot to the face, dashing up.
Changing it up from normal to fireballs. It might have, I don't know what he tried to catch there with the forward fierce.
Yeah, it might have been a fireball, but the fireball was still on screen, so he got missed or something. And man, oh man, Fudo all beat down so far.
For the command.
And the anti-air, man, oh man, he has been right so many times on whether it's jump fireball or jump button. And he's really taking it to him. That's 3 straight rounds now for Fudo. We'll see. I don't know what Tokido's adjustment's going to be. Hit confirm.
A little bit too far out there. Yeah, he tried to go for the medium Tatsu, just barely out of range.
Back throw. EX
Demon flip. He always has the answer for that one.
Yeah, I mean, twice that EX Bullhorn has got him out of that position. Close range fireball for Tokido. We've seen those get Bullhorn a few times.
And so difficult to even try to whiff punish. Usually Tokido kind of hesitant to even throw out a normal, even after a whiff normal from Birdie, right?
Yeah, great hit confirm, crouching medium, kick corner position. Sweep.
Activation from sweep, yep.
Wow, that crouching medium punch again. One hit kills. Here, you got to be very careful. Almost whip punish the V reversal. You can't even eat like a standing heavy kick from Fudo because that links in a critical art as well. No anti-air this time. Jump.
Anti-air again.
Chips. Oh, we got him in the front.
He's
Uppercut critical art.
Suspend it.
That's humongous. One moment you flinched.
He's not dead yet. He got the throw. If he did critical art, that would be crazy.
Just going to say, I can't believe he didn't do it. I thought for sure he would just read it and go for the chip, but maybe he thought Tokido was going to wait and teleport out of the way or something. I don't know, but there's a tick throw on the EX command throw. Big damage.
No crouching strong this time.
Yeah, and I see that
there it is.
He's throwing him off by now implementing the demon flips, you know, mixing up between the jump and the jump fireball. And it's causing Fudo some issues.
Delay. Demon flip kick is just so hard to tell. What ender is going to be the stun? Huge adaptations made from Tokido. Huge life lead as well. He's going to get a ton of damage and the Oki.
Demon
a
flip.
reset. Oh,
Wow.
get out of here.
He called out.
Air.
Look
Into
at the
quick
damage.
launch. My gosh, he's bleeding.
The damage is crazy. Tokido does have bar for EX on wake up.
Command grab. Okay, that would have been crazy. Either way, the
Low
blocks
chain.
are great.
Activate on block. He just wants the pressure here. Wow, the jab.
Mid-air. Tokido. He got the
Perfect.
fumble. Intercepted just fine. Got
Yeah,
the damage.
that was perfect punish. He flipped out, jab, Tatsu, fireball into uppercut. He had it already, nice and easy. Tokido prepared, and I mean, that's the way he's playing this matchup. He's chosen to play it in a kind of a fast, scrambly way because it can be pretty tough for Akuma to play the slow and steady fireball or you know, approach options against Birdie with his great buttons. And I think that that's an interesting choice. We very rarely see Tokido have to play this style.
Yeah, but once he revs up, he revs up. When he hits 88 miles an hour, you're going to see some serious stuff.
As he gets the knockdown on the Demon Flip. And man, oh man, this air approach is really throwing Fudo off.
Got the command grab.
Bananas
There's
out.
banana out, yep.
Walks back, avoids it. Demon Flip
Just
this time. He
in
bullhorns.
range to get that.
Yeah, and yeah, the air approach. You can see
I
Tokido's
like this.
abusing it. He really knows he needs to get in somehow.
And Fudo's kept track of every single approach. He's reacted appropriately. He's on to what Tokido's strategy was prior, and then parry once again.
You gotta be kidding me. Uppercut for the knockdown. He parried an overhead and neutral. The Demon Flip. Throw in the
Forward
corner. Neutral jump fireball. Sets him up empty
Empty
low.
jump low, the classic.
Tokido. That was like Street Fighter 4. Air fireball for the approach. And he went for the other side, the mix up. Man, oh man, he is just brute forcing his way in, running his offense.
Tried to dolphin dive right in there. Tokido approached with the air fireball, but still, Fudo getting the best of that exchange. Bananas out.
EX Demon Flip right over, walk down for the pressure, trying to find Fudo. Flinching, that's a punish.
Huge punish there.
Fierce, fierce. Knockdown, take the corner carry, dash up. There's an NCR, but he's gonna fall out.
He recovered in time, but still Tokido let it rip with EX uppercut.
Oh, the
air
air fireball.
right in front with EX air fireball.
It beat the V-trigger too? And man, uppercut for the punish. Nice, good awareness in the matchup. Stand light kick into the low chain, one guess left. Jump back, Tokido slowing down, red fireball, activate, walk up, keep it nice and safe. The throw, and man, he is playing fast and loose in this set. All offense, all risk, but they're paying off. The pace is crazy, and it seems like maybe Fudo can't keep up.
Back to your normally scheduled programming for Tokido, getting that pace for himself, putting himself at a full game advantage over Fudo. We'll see what the adaptations need to be made, what kind of adaptations he needs to do, right? He's keeping track of how Tokido wants to approach in the air.
Yeah.
We'll see if Tokido's going to be persistent and continue to take the air approach.
Yeah.
He does so right out the gate with the air fireball.
I mean, he definitely needs to. It's very, very tough for him to just win the ground game playing honest against this character, and you can see that's what he's kind of trying to avoid by forcing the Demon Flips, forcing his offense to pay off. Fudo is too solid on the ground not to do that, right? It's very, very difficult with this character and this player to win the ground game. Crush counter. That was a read that he would stick out a big button there. Tokido was right. EX B reversal. Demon Flip throw. This is bad news for Fudo. He activated, but at what cost? The Demon Flip kick.
It's, you could see off camera, Fudo is showing signs of frustration. He looked over to the side and he's like, man, I can't keep track of how much he goes airborne. What are the options? There's like 5 different options he can take.
Yeah, I mean, the change of pace from Tokido is crazy, right? This is not the usual way you see him playing this game. The slow and steady hit confirm game. Jump back jab from him. Bullhorn to try to beat something, but he's playing so fast, and it's tough to keep up with if you're Fudo. He's on the back foot.
Back to the ground game as well. Tokido is trying to see what kind of information Fudo's going to give out on the ground. Yep, there it is.
That's
he
a
baited out
punish.
the bullhorn, or the bullhead, excuse me. Again, back
Another
to back, neutral jump. No, didn't get to capitalize on it though.
Yeah, a little too far. He might have been able to do it with the standing medium kick.
Yeah, he saw the banana. That's the thing. He had to land with the EX uppercut. But again, Fudo leaving a lot of damage on the table on that punish.
Yeah, he was kind of didn't know where the banana was going to be, if it was going to mess up the punish or not. Stand, light kick, stand, jab. Thought he might bounce off the banana later.
He still has V-trigger on deck.
Punish.
Again, he's changing it up with regular jumps at EX or air fireballs.
Demon Flip. Walk down for the pressure. Fudo. One hit away. The EX
And he ran into
fireball.
it on the dash back.
This is bad. One hit can do it now. Tokido backing up a little bit. A fireball. Fudo does have critical art though, and he's got V-trigger. One hit is all he needs. Walk and block playing so patient. The EX. No, he didn't let it rock though. The low chain. The fireball. One mistake.
The
dive.
way through. Fudo stays in there.
Perfect choice. He got the reaction and he claws his way back in. He spent 2 bars to do it, but we're going to a final round here. as Tokido was on set point to move into the grand finals. A little bit more fireball game from Tokido, actually. We haven't seen it that much because Birdie has such great anti-fireball options. Corner carry. The throw. This is bad news already. Looking for the frame trap. Fudo doesn't bite.
A lot more active on the ground is Tokido, but again, Fudo, once he wakes up, he's going to get these normals and counter poke you on the ground. Back to the air approach again from Tokido, 2 times in a row. The anti-air there was there for Fudo.
All right. Activates. That makes his ground game super, super scary, but you know, Tokido's been approaching from the air. He hasn't given him a chance to use those ground buttons. Beats the throw. Up in range.
Yeah, just not quite enough yet.
Cross up goes low. Tokido's in grand finals just like that over Fudo.
The first seat has been established for your grand finals, and it's such a... The delay crouch short 2 times to catch him walking back when your defense fails you.
Yeah, that was it. I mean, it was just a guess, a straight up guess. He crossed them up. He put himself in the corner, risky to do, but he was like, this is it. Crouching line kick, crouching line kick. That's all it takes to put himself in the grand finals. He really played that in such a crazy way. The pace was so fast. It's not a playstyle that's very orthodox, and not a playstyle you see Tokido play a lot, but he just had to try something different.
It was character specific, right? He saw that how solid Fudo was on the ground, especially with a character like Birdie, such extensive normals, so active, being able to buffer into a special move to leave him in an Oki situation. He didn't want to take those risks on the ground at all. So it's like, why not? Let's go to the air approach. Let's see how he contests with my mix-ups in the air, right?
Yeah, and I mean, that's the kind of way you have to play against a character like Birdie, right? I mean, it's one of the ways you can do it. He's so solid on the ground, such a really, really good character. And I think that game plan and choice from Tokido was excellent as we move into our loser semis. We're in top 4 of the tournament here. Punk is going to be going up against John Takeuchi. We mentioned earlier, Rashid tends to be a matchup that Punk struggles in a little bit, right? I mean, he lost Scotch-kun back at final round. That was one of the matchups we saw there that put him into the loser's bracket before he went on to take the tournament over Momochi in the finals. But, you know, this character can give him some issues, and we see him locked into Karen again. Loser semis. Winner of this gets another shot against Fudo. This could be that redemption match for Punk. Another chance against Fudo, who he had a very close set against, but we'll see what happens.
And here we go again, part of the losers bracket.
Loser semis here of the tournament, yeah, top 4.
John Takeuchi versus Punk. We'll see what John has to put to the table. What he offers to the table other than the strategy Gotcha-kun presented earlier. We'll see how he differs against the likes of Punk here in the matchup. Already putting Karen to the corner, forward throw.
Yeah, I mean, this is where this character shines, right? Really strong corner game. Both of them actually have really strong corner games. The difference is that Rashid's options to escape are a little bit better with the wall escape, although if you have EX bar with Karen, you can do EX Tenko and then side switch also.
Yeah, one confirmed can lead to that momentum shift of the EX Tenko as well. But also the third up EX for Senha on Wake Up is pretty critical for the likes of Karen's defense.
Yeah, throw break. But again, lockdown with a whirlwind shot. Backdash. Hit confirm. Side switch. And this is a tough position now for John cornered.
No activation on that one. That could have been punished.
Yeah, looking low. John just waiting here. Anti-air. The throw into the corner. Next hit could kill.
And the deliberate wait. He's walking into the normal, but he's blocking. John Takeuchi finds a way to turn the tables. Yeah,
try to jump out. Mixer. Last gas, Punk wakes up with a butt. He got him.
He dropped the combo. Very interesting.
Very rare. Oh my god, he missed the jump into the probably an Eagle Spike or something. It was a mistake, and Punk early on the anti-air. A bit of a scramble, but it pays off for John Takeuchi as he gets the round.
Very rare combo drop from Punk. He got the confirm into the Tenko. Just barely missed the EX follow-up afterwards.
I mean, that was the round, right? That's all he needed.
Exactly the round, yeah.
Moments like that is really where he thrives. A low forward hit confirm.
Slight delay on the crouch strong to kind of see if John was going to press a button. Finds the fierce buffered into the Eagle Spike. Again, side switch. Here we go. That Rashid pressure. The patented Rashid pressure.
Jump out. That was good recognition on the whirlwind shot. Punk counter hit,
but no confirm off of that. Still gets the back throw. Good amount of damage. Anti-air jab.
Looks for that trade on the shoulder. V reversal to keep the corner position. Punk does that a lot to throw. Another V reversal. He just wants that knockdown in the corner. 3 in a row. 4 in a row.
Give him a 5th one.
Punk waiting for it now. He's staying out of the range of that crouching heavy punch just in case he swings with it again. Activates. Only one mix up off of it. Pushes himself out of the way.
And look at that. Entire exchange. Oh, a little bit too far out. Crush counter.
Missed the
no
combo.
follow-up.
Missed
And no
it
follow-up
again.
again.
That's so huge. Punk with a 2 humongous
That's
drops.
it?
No, he dropped it. What in
What
the
is
world is happening
What
up
is
there?
happening?
Drops on drops on drops, and John gets the better of it.
You saw the roundhouse kicks afterwards. I don't know how that even came out from Punk.
Yeah, I don't even know. Maybe overbuffered something, missed.
Possibly.
A standing heavy kick, missed something, but whatever it was, it's a game for John, and a very kind of sloppy one at that, especially a lot of these drop combos that could give Punk, you know, rounds that he's just leaving on the table.
Spaghetti everywhere.
Yeah, all over the place, though. Whip punish was clean, though. And a backdash out of the pressure.
Oh, stop that whirlwind shot. Right on the startup with the crouch strong.
That B skill out, no punish. And John, he was really good about waiting patiently for his chance to escape the corner there, which Rashid has so many options out, it's easy to just commit to one early. Activates, Punk with a walk-up block.
Keeps it safe.
Yeah, John just uses it for positioning, which I think is great. 2-bar V-trigger, you're going to get it back.
Yeah, plenty of life to spare to use it. V-reversal, speaking of, yeah, he's going to be able to build that right back in there. But Punk just needed the space. He caught him with the legs as well. Low forward confirm. Use the Orochi for the damage and the corner carry.
The whip punish.
Fierce.
Oh, man, didn't kill him, though. And there's the throw. He didn't want to spend the extra bar. Ended up paying off that time.
Great awareness there from Punk as well. Using the Orochi instead of just the Tenko into like a combo, right? He wants to get the damage and the spacing away from the corner.
Yeah, push himself out, right? I mean, he could use EX to side switch, but if you don't want to spend any of that bar...
It's great to use that other option off of the command dash, right?
Yeah, and Karen builds so much meter so fast, right, that she spends it all the time. Backdash gets thrown. John, he played a little slow there, I think maybe looking for an uppercut. Jump
what
bounce.
a perfect time to jump out. Committed with the heavy button was John. Got the punish
Off the wall.
that. Yeah, target combo, sit him back down, able to dash up and get a meaty.
Punish, EX Tenko.
Do it again.
One more for Dizzy here, the block and
got
punish. That's the game. Punk cleans it up.
Nothing's going to go unscathed for Punk. He sees a punish, he's going to maximize it as much as he can. Same with John Takeuchi. These guys have been going back and forth. Very, very entertaining set so far.
Yeah, and we saw lots of drops and
Very
situations.
interesting drops,
Yeah, the first game, it happens to everybody, right? And we saw Punk kind of tighten things up a little bit in that second game with
What
punish.
a whiff punish.
He set him up a few times like that. He's done the standing light kick from range and then walked back and just let him go for that fierce that he just sticks out. We saw Johnny doing that so much. A final round, the throw
third
bait.
fierce. And that, that might just kill if he builds up enough meter.
Goes for the reset,
and
back
a
throw.
perfect. Look at that, 2.5 bars from that entire sequence. 80 seconds left on the clock. Extremely fast work from Punk.
Yeah, when he's playing like this, he's a machine. It's so difficult. He makes every mistake feel like the end of the round is coming. Just some way, somehow. Even though he's cornered here, right? If he gets like a low medium kicking and side switch with EX Tenko, wow, whip punish with the roundhouse.
A little bit more weary with the normal placement from John Takeuchi. Does find an opening here, keeping Punk in the corner. Let's see how he gets this situation started. Nice opener there. Caught the low forward, of course, to confirm. Always ready from Punk.
Yeah, he's waiting for that wall jump or not. Heavy kick activate. Stagger the pressure. The throw this time.
He's waiting. He doesn't even want to spend the V reversal either.
Yeah, and I mean, 2 medium buttons first, so he had extra life on that gray damage. Raw wreck. A low medium kick. Hit confirmed. He's got critical art on the other side. A quick turnaround here from Punk.
I think machine is the perfect way to describe how Punk's been playing. He's just been relentless, an offensive monster, opening up John Takeuchi's defense. He has one more game to try to do it. He has to hang in there.
Yeah, and I mean, you can just feel it, right? Like that first game, it was a little all over the place, but as soon as Punk tightens it up here, John's really struggling to piece together the same kind of offense. And it happened with Gotch-kun as well, right? Where he's like, okay, I can't get him to the corner, I can't find a clean hit, and when I do corner him, if he gets one low medium kick, he side switches and then I just die.
One notable change from John Takeuchi is that he was pretty relentless with his fierce buttons earlier. You rarely get to see him towards the end of this set now. He's a little bit more weary that since Punk's been whiff punishing him, he wants to use him sparingly.
Yeah, that crouching heavy punch got whip punished like 4 or 5 times.
That's the range he would usually use. There it is. Yeah, it comes out.
EX rolls in behind it. The counter hit. No, didn't get the counter hit combo, and he did the medium mixer, which missed. Counter counter hit again.
It's okay.
There it is.
It's okay.
Yeah, he cleaned it up.
Punk didn't get to capitalize on that one mistake. I know I mentioned he'll capitalize every time. That one mistake, John Takeuchi got away scot-free.
Yeah, I'm not sure that he expected it even. The medium mixer just whiffed. He was already doing jab. Walked back, wanted that fierce. Whirlwind shot in.
The low four confirmed. Immaculate.
Again.
V-skill. Missed it, slight drop.
And the walk down. It walked him all the way to the corner. Walk under punish. Yeah, that's really, really clean spacing.
Very difficult to do.
And John here, he's doing a good job surviving, but walks up and eats the low medium kick. Back throw won't kill.
Cross goods activation.
Spends the
Spinning
bar.
mixer. Gets the giant corner carry with a ton of damage to go with it. One throw. Nice tech from Punk. John Takeuchi can't make it happen. The whirlwind, keep him there.
One more for Dizzy
the
in the
same
front.
Side, and John Takeuchi, he's going to take the game back away from Punk. Great comeback. Great comeback there.
Like that. The same way we've seen him Dizzy like 5 times already in this top 8 by faking people out, staying in the front with that eagle spike. He just comes around and you're like, okay, it's going to be a cross. Oh, and then that's the Dizzy. That's the end of the round.
It's like 90% success rate throughout the entirety of the CPT. Like, not just this year, but the year prior, right? Every time you see Rashid jumping at you and they go for the eagle spike, a lot of the players get hit. You might anticipate a cross-up, but most of the time, it's going to be that eagle spike, right?
Yeah, that's the juice. You want that one-hit starter, big damage on it. And, I mean, you really see it paying off well here for John. He did a good job. He spent that bar on the EX Mixer, which we were kind of like, okay, we'll see what he's going to do with it. And he just turned the round around so quickly.
Yeah, that's right.
He had great offense. Then he backed up, let Punk jump. Heavy Mixer as the NCR. It was super, super well played.
Such a great sequence, great adaptation made from John Takeuchi. All from that V-trigger activation. You have the corner carry and the damage from the EX Spinning Mixer. The enhanced version is a real threat.
Anti-air for Punk. Back throw after. I've seen him do that so many times already. Just take that low medium kick hit confirmed, but a little too far.
There it is. Yeah, stand strong. Very unique combo, right? Stand strong. Counter hit. Can connect to the low forward. Gets him this entire sequence with the reset back throw, a perfect and a ton of meter again, looking exactly like the previous game, but don't count the young man out just yet. John Takeuchi brought it back last game. He can do so again.
Walks up behind the whiff, takes the throw. And Punk checks the dash with a down jab, stand medium punch. He was looking for counter hit, whiff into the stand medium punch buffer.
Amazing recognition as well. Going for the stand strong buffer.
You see him back up a little bit. He was kind of like waiting for that wall jump or some kind of escape option. John doesn't do it.
Oh.
But the hit confirm again. Next hit will kill for Punk. He's got critical art on deck.
Huge risk taken, high reward there. Damage and out of the corner. Now it's John Takeuchi trying to take control here. Medium kick to kind of keep Punk in check with the forward approach.
You cannot get hit by that low medium kick. No,
oh, you called it! You can't do it!
It's just not your fault. He confirms every time. The machine Punk is moving on in top 3 of the tournament over John Takeuchi, who had a great 4th place finish here.
And that's the kind of momentum he needs going into a match against Fudo.
Yeah,
players,
that's
right?
the player who sent him to lose bracket at the very start of this top 8, right? We saw Tokido John, and then we saw Punk versus Fudo, right? And I mean, that's where we ended up with those 4 in the top winner side, also being the top 4 of the tournament. And that's Punk's next opponent. He's like sitting back in the chair like, no, I got to play you again.
He's ready for another handshake.
Yeah, he's got another run-in with Fudo here. That's going to be top 3 of the tournament. We're going to have Fudo versus Punk. Winner gets a shot against Tokido in the grand finals. Hopefully you've been enjoying NCR 2019. We'll take one last break and jump into the top 3 of this tournament. Stay tuned. We'll see you in just a little bit.
Huge amount of prize money on the line. Baby, let's go!
The jump in was perfect.
Oh, that was way slick. Yeah, this is a team tournament. We're going to see all these players go up against each other.
Oh, an unbelievable block!
There it is!
What a way to end!
This is the path of my destiny.
Dare you challenge the king?
Due to the citywide outbreak, you are advised to take shelter at the police station.
Anybody here?
I don't like the sound of that.
We're getting out of here. Leon! My mission is to take down Umbrella's entire operation. They're secretly making bioweapons.
Count me in.
Available now for PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and PC. Rated M for mature.
This is the path of my destiny.
Pleased to meet you.
Yeah, comfortable 2-0 here for Tokido. That set that they played, a first to 10, obviously a lot longer set than this could be, right? So Daigo's got to become comfortable. I like it. You can already see him making a bit of an adjustment, standing up more, walking back and forth. A better choice than just staying down back all day. That just prevents you from being able to fight as well. You can't move around, make things whip.
On top of that, Akuma walks into that space, and sometimes you are a lot more afraid to hit buttons, no matter what character you are. Activate after the block once again.
Backdash from Tokido. He does that a lot. Every time Daigo's gone to that activation, he likes to do the backdash. Did the same thing in the Kimono Michi sets that they played. Crushed. Didn't have anything to follow up too far for the sweep. No bar for CA.
See him try to follow behind that red fireball, giving Tokido a little extra guard. Like just about even here.
Straight big jump. Tokido, he's gonna spend it. And the uppercut. The nerf it. Not quite enough damage. EX flash kick from way downtown. Match point Tokido here over Daigo Umehara, looking for a clean sweep.
Alright, this is not looking good. We talked about the emotion involved. Confidence definitely still going up. This is set point, ladies and gentlemen.
Gets under, takes the forward fierce before he lands, and the jab buffer on that.
Nice boom pressure again. More booms coming out from Daigo. Clears the air fireball in the corner. Is in his favor. Another crush counter, and look at the stun.
Jab activate. Still stun a big factor, as you just said. Throws another boom. Tokido trying to ride it out.
Oh, this time gets out of range. That stun going down. Another jab EX. Boom. Wake up DP with the end of that trigger. Just a tad more left. Tatsu to get out of the corner. Daigo in control.
Use the air fireball. Demon no longer a threat. Or other side. He's still big damage if Tokido gets a clean hit. The flash kick. Daigo staying alive here. That was a fierce from Tokido.
Just imagine if Tokido had waited 1 instant.
Yeah, that crush counter, that could have been the game, but Daigo risked it all, as he often does on those flash kicks, and it paid off. Throw. Corner positioning already. Oh!
Bad flash kick stun. Ooh, just barely
Instant
out of
overhead
range.
is a big threat. He went for it. V reversal, he throws it. Tokido's in great position, teleports away. Maybe he actually tried to probably bait the fire or the flash kick, I imagine, through the fireball. Red fireball getting through. Tokido still working on this perfect. Oh, gets clipped by the boom, and Daigo, he's dancing in the corner. He's in trouble to punish on the Tatsu. Flash kick.
Finally, a successful flash kick. What happens next? Back throw.
Ooh, early on the media, the red fireball forcing those jumps again. Daigo can't hold his ground.
He's going to need quite the series if he wants to run this back.
Yeah, he's building on that V-trigger, but he's got to get hit to take it, which is going to be a tall order not to die here. Flash kick.
Oh, wow. I thought that was a throw.
You're getting mixed up over there, Steve?
I'm definitely getting mixed up over here. I was like, that's definitely a throw.
It's a 50-50, man. You got to be careful. The fireballs, those are building V-gauge for Daigo here. He's almost on trigger. Flash kick.
Another flash kick. I can't believe he charged it down. That's not safe. Flash kick again.
Not enough to kill. Daigo still has a chance here. The red fireball. No movement. He doesn't take the risk in the jump.
No
The
bar.
flash kick, he floats over with the fireball. Oh, he's not dead.
Oh
He's
my
still
God.
alive. The magic pixel, Daigo Umahara. Living the red fireballs again. Daigo getting close to building V-trigger. Not a lot of time. They both throw the EX. Daigo
my
with
God.
the jump. He makes it
Daigo.
over. How is he not showing an emotion on his face?
He's just sitting there. Like, he's like, yo, you thought I was done? You thought this was over? Even Tokido was about to smile. He's like, God damn it, what do I do? Why won't you die?
Why won't he die, Steve? He just keeps living.
Yo, Knuckle Dude's mouth is open right now. It was great.
There's actually drool coming out of Knuckle
Knuckle
Dude's
Dude
mouth.
was actually sitting there with his mouth ajar. Flies. Circling his mouth. It was crazy. Anyway.
Fireball with a knockdown. Another one for Tokido. He is marching in. And we're right back to square one here. The whip punish is clean right after that forward fierce from Daigo just misses the mark. Anti-air.
All right, working out a little better. Light beat still in favor of Tokido. There's the activation. Gets a flash kick on the tail end of it.
Ooh, clashes on the boom. Looks for it too.
Oh,
Anti-air. We're getting close to stun. EX boom. And yeah, that anti-air fireball will slow things down. I'll take Tokido a little room to breathe here.
Uh-oh, another throw.
Activates.
Very unfortunate events here.
Wow, Daigo just down backs forever. Oh, the chip series with all those air fireballs. Tokido already taking a swig. He knows the round is over. Match point. After Daigo battled all the way back, a controlled round from Tokido puts him at match point again.
Once again, starts with the booms. Nice, gets the medium kick Tatsu to get through.
Uppercut is clean. He couldn't jump out of there. Tried to bait the throw. He wouldn't take it.
Tokido looking clear and focused right now. Daigo trying to answer back. The Soba trades. Nice air-to-air with the jump back jab. And now he has the middle of the screen. Nice flash kick. Oh, wow. I don't know what that was. That must look like a distance.
Yeah, maybe. Whatever it was, it didn't work out well for Daigo. He lost a lot of space here. The jump over. Mix up. Oh, not in range. Activates at the block, though. And the V reversal gets Tokido out.
Flash kick.
Throws another boom. Another one. Daigo. Oh, the back throw. Throws another boom. He's trying to lock him down here. He's built up a little bit of a lead.
And he's going in.
Ooh, the activation from Tokido is so dangerous.
Backdash.
He's getting close to that trigger. Oh, the flash kick to punish.
This dude, Daigo, just won't die.
He keeps living. He's got that pixel. Activate. Oh, boy, this is dangerous. The short.
Oh, wow. 30 seconds left on the clock. 2 bars of EX.
Oh,
jump in.
He's got a guess. He's getting close to being able to chip here, Daigo. What has he got left in the tank? Tokido! The fireball, and that's going to do it. He is your Norcal Regionals 2018 champion over Daigo Umahara. He's done it.
And look at that smile. That's not a murder face. That's a hug me face. He's happy.
And then there were 3. Welcome back, everybody, to Norcal Regionals 2019. My name is Vicious, along here with Sage, and we've been navigating you through the top 8 to determine the champion of this year's Street Fighter V premiere event. We have Fudo and Punk awaiting their fate in the losers finals to fight off against the demon himself, Tokido, sitting nice and pretty on the winner's side of grand finals.
Yeah, and he is looking fantastic as usual. 3-1, 3-1, cleaned it up in both his winners semis match and winners finals match to move on to the grand finals. And both of these two defeated by, you know, themselves and Tokido, right? That's all that's left. Earlier we saw Punk lose. He played phenomenally against Fudo, but that was not enough. This matchup, this character, this player, he is so tough to beat. We saw him get second place at Evo Japan, obviously to Momochi, and here he is looking super solid here at NCR in top 3 of this tournament once again.
And for those of you stat fiends out there on social media, just take note, Punk actually went toe-to-toe only twice in this entire top 8. It was 3-2, but the other one he had was 3-0. So against Fudo, it was 3-2. It's very, very close. We'll see how it turns out in this set. It could be, this is a double jeopardy situation, obviously. It's losers finals.
He lost to him earlier, and man, what a punish on the sweep. Situation in the corner. This is a scary spot to be against Birdie. He has excellent anti-airs if you jump. He's got really good buttons for the whip punishes. Meaty combo. He didn't believe in it, so no cancel. Or maybe you try to let the bullhorn go. It didn't come out. Didn't have a charge.
And
Either
look at
way.
this lead from Fudo. He tried the V-skill up to get the activation. He was ready for it with a stand jab. Full punish. Not quite it just yet, but look at this commanding lead again. Fudo in full control with the normals.
Yeah, the sweep activate. Catches him trying to jump probably right there. The regular hit. V-reversal.
Not ready for it. Back to back.
And he tried to whip punish it. Didn't go. He gets the down jab after the command dash round to Fudo. Very controlled, very kind of slow and steady round.
And it's something we don't get to see often. Like you mentioned in the beginning of the top 8, they fought each other time and time again every single CPT. But this is a whole different story. You have Birdie on the field with Fudo, right? He's just been controlling pace in both the winner's side of things and in this set currently.
Yeah, exactly, which is a really big deal because he can just control the ground game, which against Punk, that's one of his big strengths, right? This position right here. Get one hit, find the corner, lock you down, look to bait the throw, didn't find it, baits it that time. That's a dizzy for Punk. And in the past, when he's played Fudo, he's had a lot of success. But since the switch to Birdie has happened at EVO Japan and here at NCR, he's been struggling in this matchup to deal with Fudo. He's gotten close both times, but hasn't got the W. Try to whip punish that button. It's super hard to do.
Yeah, back at it again. Yeah, keeps it safe as well after the stand strong.
Yeah, I mean, it depends. Some characters have punishes, some don't. It just depends on the spacing, your knowledge, your character.
To do so, yeah. Stand strong is a far button, low forward, just a little bit too slow, right? You can't really get that punish in that certain scenario.
The reversal looks for the shoulder after. Low forward confirmed.
What a check, too. After the stand short, tried to walk back, caught him walking.
We're a little out of range for the sweep, but Punk walks up and blocks after. Fudo with no cancel on the medium punch. That was so far away. He spent the EX to get the confirm.
The stand strong, Punk stuffed out whatever normal threw out there. Oh, slight mishap there from Punk. You saw the Tenko full punch there from Fudo. Into the activation as well. V-reversals out to maintain the momentum.
And the confirm, he built the critical art right after that. Gonna spend the meter. Game one's going to Punk.
Oh, like a little, he had a little pop-up out of his seat and had a slight smirk on his face. There it is. He's feeling it.
Man, he's feeling good about that. It's a tough match, and getting one game on the board early is a big, big win.
All jokes aside, I do like the confidence booster there from Punk, right? A little body movement there. He needs that kind of momentum to try to steamroll his opponent Fudo, right? That's the kind of energy he works with. You see it time and time again. Once he gets started, it's hard to stop him.
Yeah, confident Punk is the best. No meter there, so tough to get the combo after the medium punch whip punish. Ooh, snap that fierce out there.
Both
Regular
these characters
throw.
have very, very great standing fierces, but for two different purposes, right? Fudo's is to keep the other person away, whereas Punk's with Karen to kind of whip punish, connecting to a combo.
Yeah, he has a solid heavy punch to work with, especially walk back baiting throws or sticking out in between buttons. Got the regular hit, working on Dizzy, and just like that, the danger of getting cornered by Karen and Punk on the wheel. That's a bad spot. He's just so good about figuring out the timing of when you want to throw, when you want to try to hit a button, when he should counter hit you. It just feels like every time you get cornered by him, it's the end of the round every time.
Making the right moves in that corner pressure, keeping Fudo in dire straits, right? Looking at this second round, already off to a great start, got the confirm, pushing towards the corner, no confirm on the low forward, interestingly enough, and he makes Punk pay for it. Fudo going with a full punish into critical art.
Yeah, this is a lot of damage. Setup afterwards, goes for the heavy command throw. There's a crush, but side switch for Punk. Wow, reversal.
He caught him walking back. That's not the first time we've seen him do it.
Counter hit jab. This is bad for Fudo. Punk on critical art here.
He did it again. Critical art incoming.
Other side with the critical art. One time you want to throw tech, and Punk will take that. Two quick ones here. Feeling confident. He wants that shot in winners finals, grand finals up against Tokido, who's been sitting there waiting.
Off to a fantastic start here. 2 solid games over Fudo. Trying to peep game.
Hey, look over at him
trying to peep game. It's like, what's going on over here?
Not looking so hot. Not feeling good about this one, huh? Let's see. He's made some good adjustments, and he's doing a good job of waiting outside of that range and letting Fudo swing with those buttons and just capitalizing once he gets inside, finding those low medium kicks. Punish.
Big punish, yep. Orochi for the damage and the corner carry as well. still maintaining the Oki pressure with the command dash afterwards. Fudo trying to fight back with those extensive normals. He has to create the space and then go back to the heavy normals, but Punk is not giving him that space.
Yeah, I love that sweep. Single hit confirm again. Fudo with no chance to get out the EX this time.
Slight hesitation there, got hit with the counter hit.
Air to air. That was really well done to deal with the can too. You see him just walking back. There's an anti-air. The chain
you have to respect it.
Yeah, that's low chain after. Next one will take the round, the regular throw. Low chain. Looks low. One hit left for Punk. He does have critical R and V-trigger on deck. He's fishing with that low medium punch buffering. Oh, the trade.
That could have been either way, right?
Yeah.
That could have gone either way. He did clip him with the crouch strong. If it was maybe a little bit earlier, could have got the start up on Fudo's normal. Yeah, or a little later, he would have got a whip punish. Either way, I mean, that could have been ugly, but the trade, you'll take it. Low medium kick out of range for the Tenko, so Fudo's going to take full advantage. And here we go. Fudo's trying to suppress any sort of momentum, but Punk finds it with the V reversal, swiping away with the strong as well.
Counter hit combo, EX.
Boom, boom. The roundhouse version, a lot of corner carrying damage as well. Caught him jumping mid-air, and the conversion off the punish from that misplaced Tenko.
Yeah, that air flip out is so fortunate. Dash up pressure here. Meaty. He didn't commit to the counter hit combo. He looked for the crouching medium kick. Attach V skill, activate, V reversal gets him out. And this is pretty rough for Punk. He does have meter to work with. He's got V-trigger to work with, but it's going to be a tough
It's still got a lot of life, yeah. Fudo, nice and easy, stand short, huge life lead, great play there. Now to kind of talk about that last sequence, even if Punk did get an opener, he needs 2 sequences to kill, right? He had the critical art. There's just too much life on Birdie to get just one snap into critical art. So it was a very tough hill to climb.
Yeah, and with Birdie with such a big lead, his buttons are really good for slowing down the pace of the match. And that's exactly what Fudo's really good at, too. Using that standing line kick and that crouching jab. Low forward hit confirm.
Great distance there from Punk. Great acknowledgement there into the Tenko as well. Leaving the sweep go unpunished from Fudo.
And again, just backing him up with those buttons. Great anti-air. Side switch off the command dash, which Fudo easily blocks. One hit confirms all day long for Punk. Try to bait a throw. Fudo's not having it. EX activate. Low medium kick. Yeah, you don't want to activate that on hit usually. You want to try to do it on a block. V versus the chain.
Excellent choice, yeah. Instead of trying to attempt for a punish on the sweep, oh, wait a minute. EX for Senha, nice and easy. So yeah, he didn't want to go for a punish on the sweep because he had V-trigger activated. We saw what happened last time. He went for the low chain, but instead countered with the V-reversal, pushed them further towards the corner, wasting a little bit of that gauge.
Yeah, you don't want to deal with that chain situation afterwards. Low forward hit confirm again from so far away, and Fudo loves to walk back in those strings, and that's why he's just getting clipped by it. Looks for the shoulder all the way to the corner, stand line kick, EX, eats after. Low forward, missed the confirm. He got the dash, but not the Tenko. Anti-air.
Again.
Gotta respect the chain afterwards.
Great defense so far from Punk. Just taking the normals too, not really fearing the command grab. He's not being antsy with the movement.
Yeah, and I mean, Fudo, his one chance potential here is so huge because of that chain afterwards. V-skill activate.
Oh, wait a minute, side switch.
Fears the confirm. He's got the chain left for the low. Doesn't need to spend any bar. Fudo one hit confirm of his own.
Into 15% damage.
Yeah, it does. A grip of damage. Fierce into the chain is real ugly to get hit by. Walking back and forth. Punk with so much meter too. This is when it gets scary because he has EX Tenko for the whip punishes. Just walking back. There's the medium punch, didn't confirm. Low medium kick, no confirm.
2 straight hits.
Fudo
doing a great job being active with the normals as well, just out of range. Trying to test Punk's reaction, see if he's going to go for the whiff punish at all. Got one, yeah, off the sweep though. Very long recovery on that. Speaking of sweeps, goes for his own sweep and gets the activation. Wow. V-trigger?
That EX was crazy off the medium punch. Fudo walking back, text the throw, EX into the activation. Punk with a standing medium kick.
He'll take what he can get.
Jump in anti-air.
Regular throw. He's still ready for the jump-ins.
Yeah, Punk has jumped a few times so far. No low chain after. Low into the Rekka. He goes low. Back throw. One hit kills here for Punk. This is real scary for Fudo now. Low chain brings him in.
No buttons pressed. He walked back and forth 3 times.
EX. Low chain. That's the last bit of V-trigger. He hit a button. He committed Punk with the combo. He's moving on to grand final finals over Fudo. He gets redemption after being sent to loser's bracket and a chance at an opponent who's given him so much trouble.
He still, I feel like he still has remains of his soul in a mason jar on his dresser.
Somewhere, somehow. And that shaker, he's got the rest of Punk. Up to the stage comes the demon himself.
Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. We've seen this time and time again in 2018. Punk struggled continuously against Alexis Tokido and giving him the respect he deserves.
Dang, he gets him the player one seat.
He didn't even say a word.
He's like, hey, you forgot your badge, bro. Is this yours? Now I'll set it down for you.
Didn't even look at him, didn't say a word.
He's like, after I eliminate you from this tournament, you're going to need it to get back into the ballroom later. So let me just hand this over to you real quick. As he plugs in the arcade stick and Tokido back to the stage.
This is great, by the way. Just seeing them back here at a premier event in grand finals, it couldn't be a better story, honestly, because again, these guys have gone back and forth throughout the entirety of 2018, and if this sets the stage for the rest of the CPT, I'm all about it, honestly. Seeing these guys back, or Punk back in prime form, it was a little shaky in 2018, I got to admit, and then seeing Tokido as strong as ever as well, just evolving even more.
Yeah,
right?
20, you got to remember that EVO Finals, right? In 2017, they had, it was
heartbreaking.
Yeah, the end for Punk, he made it all the way there. Tokido cleaned it up, gets an EVO championship. Second place at EVO last year, losing to Problem X, and now sits here on the stage, second CPT premier event of the year, where Punk got the first one. He beat Momochi in the finals in loser's bracket. It was the speed run, hit him with the fist bump.
Let's go.
This is it. NCR Grand Finals. Last year, Tokido was here. You have to remember, up against Daigo. After losing that Kimono Michi set, and here he is back-to-back NCR Finals up against Punk. These two have been rivals. They've played each other. They've been on the grandest of stages, and now they start the CPT year in the finals.
Way to set the standard.
Yeah.
Way to set the standard here. Only the third event here in the CPT, and we already have two of the biggest names in Street Fighter going off against each other in the grand finals. Here we go. Tokido on the winner's side, Punk on the losers.
Yeah, and that was the year Punk was so dominant. Tokido was the person to shut him down. You have to remember that. And now, I mean, this is Punk again, looking confident, looking clean. And they've played, numerous times in tournaments since then. Punk has beaten him in tournament, right? I mean, it's not like he hasn't done it since that EVO.
Yeah, minus situation there for Tokido. Punk took his turn. Only got one crouch strong, but still didn't really flinch afterwards because Tokido, very hard to read.
Yeah, and his stand medium kick into the red fireball, so good in this version of the game. Cornered already. This is where it gets tough, but the escape.
Out of there, yeah. Jump Tatsu. We've seen that a couple times here in the top 8 as an escape option.
Walk-up block from Tokido. Jab check on the walk-in. That's the thing. If Punk sees he reads those jab checks, he can start to try to frame trap, but obviously that's where Tokido just blocks and escapes the EX Tenko anti-air just in case he threw the air fireball.
Yeah, and during that corner carry sequence, he didn't get the sweep afterwards, but still decent amount of damage. Now it's Tokido's turn with that V-trigger. Very dangerous spot to be in, keeping him locked down with the EX fireballs.
Air fireball.
That's what I'm talking about.
The Tenko out of the corner, in the front this time. Tokido's got a lot of meter, a little bit more chip, and he can force it. The EX, not enough to kill, but the medium kick. He walked back a little bit, checked them from range. Tokido with the wake-up button.
And I like the idea, too, from Punk to get out of the corner with the command dash. Anytime he sees him go airborne, if he sees the fireball flash, he's going to go right through there and go for the punch.
Exactly. Wow, trying to interrupt on the red fireball. Look at the damage and corner carry. One moment you try to get in between medium kick and the EX red fireball. A little late. Looks low. Hit confirmed.
Big time.
And it was the long dash into the Tenko, right? He got all the corner carry out of there he could, so he could avoid being cornered, but Tokido right back at you. Sweep activate. Walk up back throw.
A little reluctant to approach. Tokido went right past the anti-air, got the opening he needed, but Rasenha firing right back from Punk. Doesn't want to get suppressed in this corner. Here comes the activation. A lot of trouble here.
Backdash look low after Punk does that so much. Air fireball. He walks under and punishes.
That's it.
No, he missed it. Air fireball, the Tenko.
He tried to go past it. He went for the Tenko instead and stopped dead in his tracks for the fireball to clip him right in the face.
One mistake from Punk costs him the round. Tokido with no remorse just cleans it up. And now we got a round apiece in the first game. Could have been game 1 Punk already. He's got a long road. He needs to reset the bracket here. He's got to win 3 and then another 3 after. Tokido just needs to win 1 set.
Keeping it really ambiguous there with the approaches as well. Again, the fireball off that medium kick, a very extensive normal.
Oh, air fireball. This is big. Huge punish for Punk. Doesn't have any meter left, but he's got V-trigger and the corner.
And that's got to be it. It is it. With the stun, even without the stun, it would have been a ton of damage coming his way. And Punk getting first blood against Tokido here in the grand final set.
Yeah, manages to stay composed despite having a pretty important drop in that second round. And first game goes to Punk. Tokido, you can see, just focusing, breathing, trying to recompose. Very, very close match. But it's tough, even against someone as good as Tokido. Punk makes the ground game look so hard to deal with. See him just walk up. Slight miss on the confirm. He had the command dash, just not the Tenko.
Oh, long range sweep, okay.
Yeah, you have to like reversal DP. It's pretty hard. Pretty hard to do. You got to be ready for it. Demon flip. Oh, he baits the throw. Working on Dizzy already.
Akuma with great walk speed himself. Again, firing away 2 times in that situation. It paid off for Punk. Taking the risk with the EX for Senha. No anti-air option there.
It's clipped by the Demon flip. Jump in again.
Very scary situation here for Punk. Really close to death. Tokido keeping it alive with the fireballs too. Trying to check the approach just in case Punk wants to go forward, right? Using the fireball from that distance is a great effective tool to keep him out.
Yeah, and he had no meter for EX Tenko to go through. The fireballs walk under punish. He can side switch if he wants. He's got it back to the corner. Looks for the delay. Tokido, full meter, activate, jump back from Punk. Air fireball, he can punish with the EX Tenko. Oh, the knockdown, the uppercut, low medium kick fireball in that V-trigger. Caught the space, and you can feel Punk was frozen. He was afraid to do something because of the air fireball, so that's why Tokido got the walk up, hit that that crushing medium kick.
Man, that was a lot of patience on both players, right? Tokido knows in a situation he's negative, he can't press the button, but he was tempted to because Punk walked back and forth in the space.
Man, that hit confirmed. Super clean from Punk, as always.
Anti-air, yeah, crouch fierce.
That's not easy to do. He walked up. Karen's anti-air is a little suspect sometimes.
It's very difficult to do.
You know, if they're doing an air approach above you like that, that's kind of tough for her to anti-air, but from long range, they're okay. EX a little late to get through the fireball, and the V-reversal for the knockdown. We see Punk use that a lot. The whip punish.
Confirm, yeah.
Didn't spend any bar. Looking low. Tokido just blocks it.
My goodness. He's not flinching at all, but he does find the space to activate. Landed on the fireball, which is just fine. Yeah, he's going to V-reversal out.
You got to be careful about V-reversaling like that against Tokido. He can parry those.
Out of there. Nope, just not in time.
EX throws to the corner. Building back some of that bar by landing a throw. The jump air
the target combo sniped him mid-air. Keeping track of how many times Tokido wants to take the air approach. He's not even going to try to risk it with letting it rip with the EX fire or the air fireball, right? So he just went and prevented him from getting any offense going.
Yeah, walk up throw. I mean, Punk's ground game is so good that he can just walk up to anybody and you don't want to do anything. You're afraid to hit, you know, to stand up because crouching medium kick, you're afraid not to do anything.
Yeah.
Tokido lands one of his own. He's got corner position, dash up is checked, but red fireball plus frames on that, so Punk just waits and then down jabs a little late. V-reversal's
out.
He was negative anyway, he just wanted to get the knockdown and get some space.
Yeah, if he doesn't get Tokido to flinch after forcing the block, it would have been dire straits. He would have been stuck in that corner, so it was a great choice to V-reversal. Again for Senha, keeping it really ambiguous.
Back throw to the corner, this is bad news for Tokido. Punk has a lot of bar. Gets clipped on the jump back cancel into the critical art, and just like that, he's smoked. One apiece. Just that moment. If you don't EX for Senha through it, you know, you don't have that many great options to deal with the air fireball besides blocking them, or, you know, you try to late V-reversal or something like that.
Yeah, it doesn't help that he does it instantly, right? You only have probably like a second or less to even react to the
you got to be very, very fast to see that. And if you're Punk, you might not want to get off that meter either, right? You might want to hold on to it thinking the back dash or back jump's okay. Walk up throw from Tokido, air fireball for the approach. And look at this, cornered early. Try to find that low medium kick hit confirm. Akuma has it too.
Get that V-reversal, yeah, especially after that forward fierce. Same scenario as that previous round.
Yeah, and you can tell that like Punk is just willing to kind of sit and wait until it's his turn in the corner, right? Like he's not overextending too much in these situations. No check after the dash. And sweep activate, walk up. He's back thrown there a few times, and he tried to bait the throw that time. Counter hit combo, medium kick, medium kick.
And it was a great choice to kind of check the back and forth bait from Tokido, using the stand jab, a very, very safe normal, instead of committing to a throw, right? Despite the life lead, he still kept it relatively safe.
Yeah, and standing medium kick is super fast, super far medium button as we see him stick it out there again. Just waited,
Wow.
found the counter hit, EX, side
switch as well.
Be
No
reversal
means to be
again.
had.
And looking low, Tokido with the jump back air fireball.
Tried to contest it, got clipped with fireball instead.
Yeah, and he throws that air fireball there, knowing that even if Punk gets out of the way, he gets to move himself out of the corner. We're back to mid-screen here. Low medium kick, hit confirm again. Tokido is looking really, really good on the ground. Backdash.
He's just controlling the pace here. He gets blocked, he's just going to back up.
Rekka into the knockdown, baits the uppercut.
Jump, tons of damage here.
He's got critical art as well. Spend all the bar in the world, cleaned up for it.
Great
Round
choice.
apiece in the game. Tokido with a couple of bars and some change to work with in the last round, though.
Putting a round on the board here, tying it up against Tokido. But take a look at the bottom of your screen, right? Tokido's locked and loaded with 2.5 bars. Punk with no resources to be had. It's going to be a real tough start of this final round in game 3.
Low medium kick knockdown. The demon flip throw. We're cornered already.
The resources, man. Having that kind of advantage is crucial.
There's the punish, and he got himself out of the corner, which is even more important than that damage there, right? The spacing, the positioning on the screen. Medium punch, nothing, but back throw after the crush.
Big time crush counter, missed the Mugen follow-up.
Not too bad, he still built V-trigger off.
What
with
is
the
going
blocks.
on?
Man, Tokido just blocked forever, activates.
So patient, so much patience on both players.
Oh, trying to stick on a button. Not quite dizzy, wake up jab. Air fireball.
Backing up. He doesn't want to eat any of it. One more touch for Punk. Tokido has to find a way to open it up. He does have V-trigger on deck still. It might be an air approach. It is an air approach.
Oh, the critical art to get him through. He had already committed to a button, but it would have been chip anyway. Punk with a super smart choice to get himself out of there. Goes up 2-1 in this first set of grand finals here at NCR.
It's a good thing he didn't flinch with a button, because you saw the startup of Akuma's Crouch Fierce that would have led to a giant crush counter, and with the amount of health that Karen had, I felt like it would have been almost dead.
Yeah, you don't want to do anything. He's so plus after that air fireball approach. I like the critical art option a lot, given how little life he had left. Low medium kick. Tokido finds the mark. He goes for that demon flip after a lot, but Punk back rolls this time to get out of the way of the light demon flip. Doesn't have as much horizontal range as the medium or the heavy or the EX.
Yeah, he's not going to... Ooh, way to stop the dash there with the sand medium kick buffer as well. Speaking of, yeah, crouch, jab, counter hit. Following through with the Tenko as well.
Activates.
Roundhouse activation.
Yeah, we see it early a lot for Punk. He just wants to get the V-trigger out there for the extra combo without having to spend EX gauge on Tenko's in the trade.
I like that trade a lot for Punk, but still,
The
Tokido with the confirms.
EX Tatsu for the damage mid-screen. That round was great. Just marched him down, used the demon flip for pressure. His low medium kicks found the mark, and he just did a really good job of fighting for this ground space, which Karen is so dominant in, but Akuma, you know, he's very, very good there as well.
He's effective both airborne and on the ground. No confirm there, but he still manages to get the straight hit on the low forward. Counter hit again.
Yeah, dizzy early off that. Couple of counter hits. Punk hasn't committed any bar to this yet. He's just going to try to close this round out by keeping it nice and safe.
Sweep activation.
Okay, got to watch the air fireball approach, and if he does, you can EX Rasenha. Probably a back throw there to the corner.
Oh!
The anti-air crushing heavy punch and the confirm
That was
again.
huge. That was a huge anti-air. That could have, if it was misplaced, it could have been a huge turnaround shift for Tokido.
Yeah, if that was air fireball and it, you know, got smoked, I mean, that could have been 40% and a knockdown into guess, but Punk managed to close the round out without spending any bar, too, so he's got full critical art here.
A lot of resources to work with could lead to a ton of damage, but Tokido doing very well with the fireball spacing. Ooh.
That's scary. Hit him low, no cancel. There it is.
Going for the Orochi for the damage and the corner carry as well. EX Tenko, and then building up a little bit of that gauge with the V-skill. With the relentless crouch strongs.
It was just in case, right? Just in case Punk.
Oh, he tried EX Tenko. That wasn't the answer. Tokido making sure he feels the pain.
Oh, he can demon actually. He's got the meter available. The demon in the night.
He called it, and the demon comes out.
Already taking a drink. The demon in the night, tying things up. 2 apiece off the jump heavy kick. You notice the combo round he did, he saved a little bit of V-trigger. That's all he needed, just a bit of V-trigger.
You called it, man. Did they give you a script? No. They gave you a script. How come I didn't get included in the email? Was I not CC'd?
You were not CC'd in that, where they told me in that round he was going to go for the demon after the whiff jump heavy kick.
Amazing play and amazing call out there from Tokido, breaking down the defensive Punk. You know, I gotta say, it's the last thing you kind of expect, just demons in general. It's very hard to pull off.
Yeah, and not only that, but, you know, there's a lot of setups you've probably seen a billion times and stuff. That one, maybe Punk wasn't quite ready for it, and it is a guess whether he'll commit to it or not.
Whiff, jump, roundhouse. The way it hits, too, is very, very funky. So
wow, that was a great walk-up jab. I mean, Tokido with Akuma's jab, he makes it look like his jab goes half screen. He just walks up, and the counter hit on the jump missed the combo. Yeah, he slept buff frames. Wow, the high kick.
He's going to go for the side switch. He has to.
Yeah, get him out of the corner. Heavy kick activate.
Yeah, this jab slaps, by the way.
The dizzy on the last hit. No, he kept it kind of short, but the jab activate from Tokido jumps back.
All right, so what's the approach here? Tokido can take airborne. Yes, he does. He takes that option. Back-to-back jumps there. Punk, now he has to be ready for it with the anti-air. He goes for the dash instead of the Resenha.
Punish. No, he just walks up for the throw. It's tough. There's not that much landing frames on that. He flips out, but he lands on the fireball. Tokido, he's got plus frames. Just plays it slow. Low medium kick could kill if he hit confirms the overhead.
Doesn't need to get confirmed. It just throw him off guard. And that's the dangerous thing with Punk. He'll hit you with the low forward, so you're always keeping track of it. But what about that overhead?
As he's on set point, he can reset here, force us to a second set of grand finals, but Tokido, still some meter to work with, still some fight in him. As we saw the demon to confirm. B-skill for the knockdown. Try to bait the uppercut or the throw. Jump out, target combo.
What a call out, yeah. Sniping out that airborne approach. You gotta always be ready for it.
Dashing on him, walking in, looking for the hit. Next hit kills. But
what
Tokido.
Low forward to catch the EX command dash.
Take the throw. Jump in again. No air fireball. Looks low. The air fireball now throws the V reversal. Tokido's all over him. The jump back. He's got full resources again. The jump is huge.
Roundhouse, he committed to it. So much recovery on that. And it's going to be a ton of damage. But wait a minute. It's not quite over.
Jump over the uppercut for Punk. What does Tokido have left? He's on defense.
The sweep. It was a crush counter.
The throw. He
resets with the fist pump right afterwards.
Resetting the bracket here at NCR. One more. 3 out of 5 to see who's going to be the champion of our second premier event of the year.
We get to see some more Street Fighter, Jam. That's what I'm talking about.
Some more Street Fighter. As the bracket gets reset, we go back to reset things, to settle down here. Punk taking a breather.
Shaking up the commentators table here. Everybody is ecstatic here in the ballroom at Norcal Regional 2019, and for a great reason, right? These guys have been going at each other's throats down to the final game you just saw. Now it's going to be the final set. Potential final game, right?
That's the level of play we have here. This is an EVO Finals, right? These two have both been in that EVO Grand Finals before. Now they're here at the second premier event of the year, fighting in the reset bracket. Punk resetting on loser side, so we've got one more 3 out of 5. Winner of this is the winner of NCR.
Couldn't have it any other way, honestly. The caliber of play we see here, and you know, there's something that goes beyond the matchups on paper, right? These guys are in each other's heads, and I just like seeing the adaptations, the back and forth play between each other. Sometimes you'll see some really unorthodox stuff, but it works out.
Yeah, as we see them pumped, ready to go into the next set, recomposing, trying to come up with a new strategy here and make some little adjustments. I think both of them are playing the matchup so well. And one thing I like early from Tokido is that he's been doing a lot of regular jumps, and Punk's been trying to EX Tenko, reading an air fireball. So he's okay with stealing that meter just off of his regular jumps. Counter hit jab. And the delay. Punk trying to find Tokido flinching, hitting a button on defense.
And he did so with the stand jab. He's a lot more active with those checks this time around. Side switch, yes sir. Get the top two for the carry and the damage.
Yeah, the raw standing medium kick, just committed to it, cornered already as Punk. He's got V-trigger available, so that's why he's looking for the crouching heavy kick or the standing heavy kick and activate. V-reversal. Jump in his anti-air.
No flinching there from Tokido. As soon as he got anti-aired, no V-reversal either. You saw that from the last round. Any type of forward fierce came out, Punk would V-reversal.
EX this time. I like him committing the bar. Walks into it though. Woo. And just like that, he walks into his death. The round one going to Tokido. Post reset, trying to walk under that jump or that air fireball, and just got clipped on the way under.
There's a confirm from downtown. Yeah, that long distance low forward is so good with that. Letting it rip, EX uppercut.
Yeah, early. We hadn't seen that much of that from Tokido in the first set, so I kind of like him doing a reversal uppercut between a block string and not just on wake up. Walk up back throw.
Inches way past the normals.
Yeah, that's very, very hard to do. He's got the corner positioning. Now just dash and a jump to get out of there.
Oh my goodness, and he went for it. Punk was like, you know what, you're not going to press the button, I'm going to throw you.
Yeah, so many times he's danced like that, and Tokido has not flinched. Confirm again, EX, and that's the round.
Ties it all up, but again, resources do matter. Tokido almost at full bar. He can approach with the EX Fireball. He can approach, which is EX Demon Flip as well if he needs to. He could set the tone real quick.
Yeah, then I mean the nice thing about Karen, she builds bar super fast. She does lots of special moves. Yeah, she just builds it quickly. V reversal there. Hasn't been parried yet for that by Tokido, which I think if you're Punk is very, very fortunate. Fierce.
A long time to confirm that as well. As a counter hit stand fierce.
Looking low. He backdashes afterwards, trying to reset the space.
Oh,
wow,
what a
that
punish.
was
That's
crazy.
Ridiculous.
Dashing jab. Counter hit. This time he's kind of doing a little bit more jabs when Punk is kind of waiting on walking back and forth in those positions. The confirm again.
No side switch this time. Instead, get the back throw.
Yeah, he's got V-trigger available. Jump. No EX for Senha. Another air fireball.
There it is, the freeze. I was waiting for it.
Is it fast enough? It is the raw critical art to clip him, and that's that. Game one goes to Punk.
Very, very slick play. Instead of going for a conventional anti-air, he freezes time, taking advantage of that V-trigger freeze, going for the full max damage punish.
Yeah, I love that choice because he gets to see. Do you throw an air fireball so that I have to EX for Senha? Did you do a regular jump so I can critical art? He got to stop everything, see what the right answer was, and react accordingly. Very well done by Punk.
Very, very solid start there from Punk, resetting the bracket. A lot of momentum in his favor right now. Tokido trying to make it work here. Nice check on the overhead, but still got the best of that scramble. As soon as he landed, Punk taking first strike.
Dancing, and you see Tokido, when he sees Punk dancing like that, is doing more jab now, right? Which means that Punk can start to try to frame trap instead. Lots of reversal jab from Tokido, realizing that Punk is just taking all this space to dance, and he's just been kind of sitting there waiting for it to end.
But how much longer until Punk decides to get the frame traps going, right? To force the change of defense. You know, Tokido doesn't have to worry about that just now. You see, again, the momentum shift in Tokido's favor. The cross-cut DP, he's always ready for that escape.
Yep. Scouts the jump out, no dash up or anything like that. I love that choice. Tokido just very patient, using that standing jab from Akuma, which is a really good button. Yeah, you see him walk up and check with it there. And if you're Punk, that's when you got to start frame trapping that button a little bit more. Counter hit.
Caught him trying to check the dash possibly with the crouch strong.
Yeah, and I like Punk just going for the throw, doing a little bit more buttons, yeah, to try to interrupt those jabs that Tokido's throwing out on the ground.
Yeah, sweep activation. He's going to look for a way out right now. Yeah, forcing his way. There you go. There's the EX fire, or the air fireball, excuse me.
Yeah, a little bit of V-trigger left for Tokido.
Forward throw.
Building a lot of bar here. Man, he's got the demon again. He did it again. He just built the meter. He saved a little bit of V-trigger, and that was the plot all along. The dash demon from Tokido.
He gave you all the clues. It was Colonel Mustard with the knife in the kitchen.
I knew it. I was playing Clue. I was like, it's always Colonel Mustard.
It's always Colonel Mustard.
And it was in the observatory. I knew it. I was like, he's going to do it. The dash demon once again.
Too much evidence for you not to pin it on. That was great. That was a great ploy.
The secret was the combo route. You saw in the combo round, instead of doing Tatsu, fireball, uppercut, that would have spent the V-trigger. He just went for Tatsu into uppercut so he could save a little bit of V-trigger left. That's all he needed to clean things up.
What an amazing start.
V-reversal.
Game two in the reset.
He almost demon flipped the V-reversal. Throw into the corner. Tokido, you can feel that he's on fire here. He's feeling good. Lots of offense early against Punk. V-reversal.
Keep him caged in the corner. Back dash to avoid the throw.
Walk up counter hit. And I like the wake up jab from Punk. And the cross cut again. Tokido has been looking really, really solid about the moments where he just kind of puts the brakes on and says, all right, I'm going to wait and see what happens. And he just answers accordingly against Punk here.
Very, very smart play just overall. He's controlling the pace, the momentum. And Punk, yeah, he finds an opening of his own off the cross strong. Keeping him caged in the corner, good amount of damage as well. Tokido trying to fight out with the jabs.
Yeah, and the walk under crouching medium punch to punish the landing frames. Back throw, not quite dizzy, activates.
Air fireball approach. He tried the Resentha a little bit too early. He got
Yeah.
clipped midway through, but it's still okay. He's going to get the damage. Huge life lead. No risks to be taken.
Yeah, throw again.
Uh-oh.
The
Okay.
air to air, I love that choice. Tokido had a little bit of V-trigger left and still some gauge. He was getting close to being able to kill with the critical art finish again. So Punk with the air to air. Looking low with that low medium kick. Punk giving up space, backed up by the plus frames on the red fireball. A lot of chip, a lot of gray life on that.
Oh, and just walking out. He's just threatening with the spacing. Not even the normal, just the spacing. The presence of Karen's normals are so scary.
Yeah, and so is the threat of those air approach options from Akuma, and that standing jab. Dashes in.
Stand fears, excuse me, a lot further than crouch fears.
Yeah, that was a good choice to walk up and check the neutral jump from Punk. Plays it nice and slow. There's the throw after. We're on dizzy already almost. Fireball for the knockdown. Slows down the round so that you don't have to worry about it. The low medium kick hit confirmed. Next hit. He hit the jab anyway. Tokido activates. Chase down. EXDP. Standing medium kick afterwards. Man, Tokido, he needs a lot in this round, and Punk's just waiting for him. Overhead misses.
He tried it just barely out of range. Counter hit does connect, but still gets the forward throw instead. Gets the reset off the fireballs. Crouch strong.
Out of V-trigger now. Although critical art is super scary, even something like uppercut into critical art. The reaction through. No, he doesn't do EX. No EX Tenko. He didn't believe it in time, so he slows down now, and that's why Tokido's running for it. Dash up is checked. Punk was ready the one time he moved in on the ground, and he needs one more game to be the NCR champion.
A little bit of a pep talk there to himself from Punk. Great job in stopping the approach from Tokido. And that's something he hasn't really done throughout the entirety of this grand finals, right? To kind of take that kind of risk to dash up against Punk. But still, the fact that Punk was ready for it, amazing stuff. Amazing reactions.
That's when it gets dangerous, is those moments where the air approach from Akuma is incredibly good, and then so is the ground approach with that walk-up jab, medium kick, or the dash. And Punk still managing to check every angle, every approach option. Just walking, playing so patient on the ground. It's really, really tough against someone like Karen to do this, but jab, nothing. Demon flip in, back throw to the corner.
There's that side switch Tokido needed. Down to the, the EX Tenko anti-air. Okay, I like that. Sniping him from that far away in the air. Crouch fierce, side switch again.
We'll throw one more time. Punk's offense and choices are so perfect right now. Back throw again. He'll take that throw. Neutral jumps. EX
and he gets it!
Other
but
side.
Doesn't punish the whole way through.
I think he was a little worried about the fireballs getting in the way. One hit though for Punk is all he needs. Tokido with some V-trigger left. He's got the hit. Back
V-trigger
throw.
is winding down though. He has one more shot, and that's the shot right there.
Air fireball. Chip is a big problem. Tokido can't block anything. The standing line kick, and he didn't spend any bar. Oh boy.
Man, Tokido, he has to gear up. He has to do it right now. Punk is at match point.
Just like that, he reset the bracket. He's bringing it all the way back to trade. Stand medium kick after. Tokido with the jump. Back throw again. He has all those resources to work with from the last round. The standing medium kick
connects. EX Senha just firing away.
Activates.
There it is, the throws.
He's just been, Tokido hasn't done anything in those dancing situations so far, and so Punk's just been taking the throw.
He doesn't want to. The last time he did, he got stand jab and he got punished for it.
Beautiful neutral jump, spends the bar for the damage. Smoked. Bad news off that one neutral jump. Tokido with the round.
That's what I'm talking about.
Punk with lots of meter though. It makes his low medium kicks round ending. He just gets the EX Tenko, carries you to the corner. You cannot afford to let him hit you low here. And Tokido marches forward anyway. No fear on the ground despite Punk being locked and loaded. And world class at hit confirming.
Yeah, much more active on the ground game control. Rather than taking the air approach, right? Really keeping it ambiguous against Punk.
Low medium kick confirmed.
Medium kick though. Side switch. Forward throw as well. Classic.
That's bad for Tokido, but the jump out side switch again. He has meter for wake ups here. He baits the throw. EX uppercut. That'll do it.
And he takes it away from Punk so quickly. We're down to the final game in Grand Finals.
That is it. Last game, last set. Tokido taking the headset off. This is it. Final match of NCR 2019.
I want to thank each and every one of you right now tuning in here on this wild ride. All the way from the beginning of the day on Saturday up until now, there's been nothing but amazing Street Fighter play. I love the way it's been fleshed out in the current meta right now. super excited to see it winding down. It's only the beginning. It's only
It's
like the third
only
event.
the beginning of the year, our second CPT premiere, third event overall on the tour. We've got a long, long way to go and some great Street Fighter on the way there. As we jump into the final match of the tournament, 2 apiece, reset bracket in Street Fighter. Hit confirm early from Punk. Baits the throw.
Oh, back-to-back fierces, but the second one goes untouched. No cancels after that, but still snipes him with the target combo on the way
Walk
out.
up throw through the whiff on the jump. This is getting scary for Tokido,
Ooh,
working on Dizzy.
The
The
Dizzy
confidence.
is there. Huge boost of confidence from Punk. Relentless offense, and he's looking at tournament point once again.
He's bouncing in his chair. He can feel it. He's 1 round away from sending the Demon out of the tournament and winning here. Demon flip
That
early.
hit from behind the head.
Okay, low medium kick hit confirmed. Tokido trying to find offense. He's fighting on the ground so much.
Again, crush counter, finds the reset this time around.
Stand medium kick, dash upper, cut. 40% gone already. Tokido with the corner position, backs up a little bit, but the dash in after. Low medium kick, no confirm. There's the V reversal we've seen Punk do so many
Counter
times.
hit off the Orochi.
You don't want to get counter hit by that. You don't want to trade with it either. As Tokido's stealing away all this life, all this damage, but Punk, if he finds him low, he's got all that meter to work with. The fireball for the knockdown. The counter hit. Spend the bar for...
Not quite enough, which is the pixel. EX for Seba, he tried to jump back jab.
Activate. What has he got left? The back throw. Tokido activates raw. Okay, just waiting there. One hit will do it for either player now. Punk, he can still do this. He's got EX for, if he jumps, he can snipe it. The fireball. We're going to the final round here at NCR 2019. Last game, last round to see who'll be the champion here. As the crowd jumps
This is amazing. Everybody's going wild in the ballroom right now. Tokido and Punk.
Knockdown early. What do we got on defense? The jump in.
That's air. Crouch fierce. He went for the Buchin.
Yeah, he tried to
get the command dash.
Lost a stun already. Finds him low. One more hit. The overhead block.
The blocked overhead is going for the trigger.
Goes in with the Rekka. Okay, stun's not an issue, but the life is. What is Punk gonna do? He's got full resources. Fireballs are scary. EX Tenko is a threat. Dash in. Tokido with the pressure. Backdash from Punk.
Gets the fireball knockdown. EX now firing away again.
Now to get him killed if it's blocked, but he's been right a couple of times. No more feature.
A little forward, a little bit too far out to get the Tenko. Tokido didn't get to confirm it.
Tokido with a humongous lead here. Punk, he's got to make it happen.
That's enough.
The buffer, no. Look for the chip out.
Chip damage from Tokido.
That's going to be it. Your Norcal Regionals champion, the Demon, does it. He takes out Punk. Bracket reset, all those matches later. Back-to-back NCR Grand Finalist Tokido is your NCR 2019 champion here at the CPT Premier event.
And the first Premier victory for Tokido starting out his career going forward. Again, there's going to be a huge target on both these players. Backs playing phenomenally.
Yeah, first Premier event win for him this year in 2019. Congratulations to Tokido. Cleaning it up post-reset. Final game, final round, last hit, last situation. He does the job. Congratulations to him, of course. And also Punk for almost being a 2-time Premier champion. Almost winning.
Almost did it.
Almost at final round at NCR. Back to back. It would have been wild.
I would have been all for it, but I'm glad it reset. The way it played out, the adaptations made, the mind games being set out. You know, that's what Norcal's all about, hella mind games.
Yeah, that's what they say.
I like these guys up here, actually.
Yeah, and they're even chatting about it up on the stage now. Punk's like, whoa, what happened right there? What were you thinking right there? And Tokido's like, you know, I was thinking that you're pretty good. And when you hit me low, it really sucks. So I was like,
he's not even going to give him that much information.
Yeah, he's like,
just like, you did pretty good. The problem was you're really good, and your confirms are just too much to
And that was a great bracket. Third place, of course, to Fudo as well. He had that second in Evo Japan. Fudo's been looking really sharp this year as well. I mean, we've had a great spread of characters, and we've seen some people, you know, kind of bouncing around, right? It's cool to see that Punk is back in the running and Tokido as solid as ever, right? No matter where he is in the world playing Street Fighter, he is always looking super consistent, super, super well practiced, and he's always prepared for any opponent, any matchup, and on the right day, just like today, he looks as incredible as he is, getting the W, the CPT Premier win here at NCR.
Yeah, and on top of that, you know, seeing those three players, the top three, right, you get to see the rest of the cast with their character diversity. That's exactly what a lot of us like to see. Seeing top talent really flesh out these characters and show what they're all about. I'm really glad it played out the way it did here in Norcal Regionals.
Yeah, we had a nice spread. 6 Japanese players, 2 U.S. players in the
Correct.
top 8, right? Top 4 was a nice spread as well. We got to see some cool character matchups, and we got to see a lot of matchups that we've seen before on the CPT between different people play out, you know, in new ways sometimes with Fudo Punk, right? Back-to-back different wins there. We had really close sets with them. Punk managing to figuring things out, and even like stuff like Tokido Punk, that's a long, storied matchup between those two, right? They played so many different times. Punk had the reset, but just a little bit in the end. He's so close. Those two are so evenly matched when they play. They have such close sets as the top 8 now. Jumping up on the stage, we see the top 8 up there for the medal ceremony. They're like, what place did you get? What place did I get?
They're just trying to figure out.
Where
They're just
do we
enjoying
go?
themselves, really. They're all having a great time.
They're all lined up. 5th place obviously was Gotchkun and Smug, and we had 7th place for Fujimura and Daigo Umehara tied for that
Something
5th place.
you never thought you'd really say with like Fujimura and Daigo, right?
Yeah, tied for
7th.
7th. That's crazy to see them. And John Takuchi, obviously 4th place. We mentioned Fudo earlier, 3rd, and you saw the grand finals just a little bit ago. Great matches that we saw on the stream all weekend. I encourage you, if you missed any of it, the YouTube channel for Capcom Fighters has already uploaded a bunch of stuff if you haven't taken a peek over there. It's been fantastic. Great games all weekend long. It was a pleasure to sit here and hang out with you guys and watch some excellent Street Fighter 5. Nice work to Jeremy. Nice work to you guys at home for tuning in and everything, and all the amazing players. I hope you enjoyed NCR 2019. We'll see you guys next year.
Take care.
Huge amount of prize money on the line. Baby, let's go!
The jump in was perfect.
Oh, that was so slick! This is a team tournament. We're going to see all these players go up against each other.
Oh, an unbelievable block!
There it is!
What a way to end! Do you struggle to find happiness? Do you get the feeling there's something greater for you? There is.
This is the path of my destiny.
Dare you challenge the key?
Due to the citywide outbreak, you are advised to take shelter at the police station.
Anybody here?
I don't like the sound of that.
We're getting out of here. Leon! My mission is to take down Umbrella's entire operation. They're secretly making bioweapons.
Count me in.
Available now for PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and PC. Rated M for mature.
This is the path of my destiny.